Hello everyone. Good evening. Good evening. I apologise. I've been wrestling with this microphone's pop shield for the last 3 minutes before the stream, trying to get it to work, and I thought I'd done it. So I came live, and then it's just whacked into the microphone again. What is wrong with you? Sorry about this. You're going to hear some all kinds of like weird microphone noises for a second. I think the connection has become loose. I need a toolkit. We're all good. Hello everyone. Hello. Hang on, let me turn the microphone off for a second. I need to give this a... Alright, it's not falling over. We're all good. Hello everybody. That's literally what I was doing in the minutes before coming on stream, but I should have been on stream. Hello. I know the new art's cool, isn't it? I was just watching your reactions to it. It's awesome. More Doxeki. Looks really cool. Very grateful, as ever, for their amazing work. Let me see if I can just fire some stuff in the background whilst I'm waiting. How's everyone been? You all had a lovely week so far? Oh, I guess it's the end of the week now, isn't it? Did you all have a nice week? Has anything happened? Do you have any news for me, old Ursa? Apart from, yeah, Paul has been in here sabotaging my setup. It's true. Absolutely has. Has just loosened every screw in here. It's just a really weird design for a microphone pop shield, because you have to twist it in order to position it, but the twisting also tightens and untightens it, so you have to... It's very odd. It's cheap. What have we got here? Still working, Prometheal. Clearly not working very hard. I brought a new car this week. Hey, that's cool. That's awesome. New car, wow. When you say a new car, do you mean new to you, or do you mean new as in it was a new car? Not that either isn't cool. But I guess it's slightly different. I've got no free time this weekend. Oh, concussion cat. Is that because your cat had a concussion, or you had a concussion? Or is it purely because you didn't have time? I don't know. One of the two. Hi Miranda, how you doing? Got back from the pharmacy and now I'm eating lunch. Your parents are also here. Brilliant news all round. Congratulations both to the pharmacy for your custom and also to your parents. Congratulations all around. Hello lass. Huzzah! New to you. Okay, cool. That's fine. It's not a problem. It's probably better. It's better for the planet. Second hand. It's good. Recycling, effectively. You're sort of working, Prometheal, if you have to justify it with the word sorta. And you and I both know. If I look into your eyes, if you look into my eyes, can you tell me truthfully that you're working hard by watching this stream? Don't worry. I used to watch YouTube all the time at work. That's why I became a YouTuber. I thought it would be less incriminating if I was doing YouTube as a YouTuber than if I was at an accountancy. I used to have 3 screens at my desk and keep the YouTube window like as small as I could, right at the bottom of my desk, so you have to stand right over me to see it. It wasn't hidden. Anyone could have seen it. It was really silly, but yeah, they made me do a timesheet, so it's their fault. Can you tell us when you're allowed to show us the modern age same time as everyone else? There is an embargo at the moment, but that's fine. We will be able to talk about it soon. I think the dates are all out there, and they all seem correct. Did Barcelona survive in the modern age? Did Barcelona survive? Oh, is this from the video? Oh, well, you'll just have to see. You'll just have to see. I was trying to think. I was like, what happened to Barcelona? Did they revolt? Did it finally go independent? Is there now? I don't know. Melcat is here. Nice. Oh, that's right. I found your channel like a month ago, and I can say you're by far my favourite Civ content creator. Oh, Brad. Hey, that's sweet. You don't have to clarify it with Civ content creator. You could just say favourite content creator. Just say. It's very kind of you. Thank you. I enjoy what I do. I hope the content's good. Oh, we've got a fun month coming up for Civ content. If you like me as a Civ content creator, oh, it's going to be good. You watched ARRR for the 7th time this weekend. I don't know what that acronym stands for. Interesting. Cameron believes that the embargo is lifted February 3rd. Interesting. Very interesting. Do I like the Civ 7 graphics? Do I think the Civ 7 graphics look like diarrhea? Cookie, we need to have a word about your bodily movements, because if you look down at the end of them and you see what looks like Civ 7 graphics, there is a greater problem here than the graphics of Civ 7. There is an inherent problem with your physicality that you must see a doctor or physician about, because that's not normal. If you look down and you see tundra, that's not good. Diorama. That's diarrhea, isn't it? Hey, it looks like it to me. How do you decide? How is that spelt then? I read what I want to read. That is literally how I live my life. Oh, well, I mean, I guess both are true still. That's made me chuckle. How has the game's pacing felt? I feel like the 1 hour video format makes the ages feel quick. That may make sense if we assume an information age and future age in the game's DLC. I think there's like 3 questions asked in there. Just bear in mind that myself and all content creators at the moment are not making videos that we would normally make, because we do not have access to unrestricted use of content at the moment. So just bear that in mind. I've seen a lot of comments about like, oh, this feels much quicker than normal. It's because it is much quicker than normal. But that won't be forever, you know? That won't be forever. Did I record the first game you played on Deity? More importantly, did you win? I didn't record the first one I played on Deity, but I did win. Yes, that was with Catherine. I played Catherine. It was very, very fun. I was thinking about what else I could say then. Can't say anything else, but it was fun. I did win. Subbed recently, but have been watching your videos for a while. How dare you watch my videos about subbing? Well done for atoning for your mistake. Congratulations on that. How culture generation victory in comparison to Civ 6? I think the culture victory in Civ 7 is a lot more simplified. A huge amount more simplified than the culture victory in Civ 6. Because the culture victory in Civ 6 was incredibly detailed. And we don't have a game that has an end game that is quite that complex at the moment. But Civ 6 had a lot of DLC to get to that point. So I don't think it's quite a fair assumption, but it's certainly simpler. Put it that way. Do you think that as players get better at Civ 7, we'll expect to achieve all of the legacy paths every game? No, because it's a timing issue. There is a timing issue here. If you complete a legacy path, then you shunt the age forward considerably. Really quite quickly. So it's actually quite tricky to get all 4, because you end up finishing the age before you get to that point. The only way you can get all 4 is if you manage to do it really quickly and none of your opponents have shunted the age forward themselves. What I tend to find is once you get to 2 or 3, there's not much of the age left. It just ends. So it's all good. We'll talk a bit more about Civ 7 in a second, because I've got some more to say about that. But I'll just introduce you to what's going on the stream. Hi, Widget. How you doing? We're going to talk about what we're doing on the stream today first. And then we'll go back to chatting about Civ 7, because I plan on talking about it a bit more. Just quickly, whilst I'm here, load up what we were doing last stream. Oh, yes. The bright colours of Civ 6. Very different. What is their reasoning for only 1 hour at a time? I don't know. I guess they just wanted to limit how much is put up. I don't know. More of a spoiler thing? More of a a hint and teaser? Couldn't tell you. Do I ever play anything other than D&D? Blades in the Dark. I don't know what Blades in the Dark is. No, I mean, I don't really do much more than D&D in terms of those sort of role-playing games. No, can't say I do. But D&D is a lot of fun, to be fair. Right, this is what we were doing in-game. Let me just take you here quickly. On a voyage of discovery back to Civ 6. Because, dear wonderful audience, ladies and gentlemen, we came to a bit of a milestone with the Discord, the Ursa Discord, which does not have an acronym but is rude in any way. Do not think too carefully about it. Lies and slander from Paul. We hit 20,000 members on Discord, which is an incredibly large amount. And all through January, we have had a competition going. Challenge from me to you, which effectively is a population challenge. Now, all the rules are on my Discord, so I encourage you to go and have a look at them. You still have a couple of days to submit your entries. And there are experience prizes on my Discord for anybody who enters. But the challenge broadly is this. You have to get as much population on the true start Earth map, not the huge one, just the regular one, as you can in 200 turns. So we were doing this on stream last time. There are 3 versions of the game you can play. The one city challenge game, because everyone likes a one city challenge. We did that on a stream a couple weeks back, and I submitted my score of 49 population, which I thought was pretty good for a first attempt. Then we have what we're doing today, which is the Civ 5 special, aka in Civ 5 there was nothing better for you to do than play Tradition, the boss of all of the social trees, where you just made 4 cities, and that was that. So this is the 4 city challenge. We are currently 160 turns into this. We have 40 turns left. So we'll finish that on the stream, and we can decide what else we're going to be doing after that point. And we'll talk about this game in a second. Or there is the unlimited city challenge. You have as many cities as you want. All of the game modes are totally yours to pick, but it has to be standard speed on this map. Any difficulty you want, no gameplay changing mods. And there are prizes. If you get, I think, 40% of my population, you get a bronze award. 70% of my population, you get a silver award. If you beat my population, you get a gold reward. And then there are prizes for the people that come top in terms of XP, rank, reputation, potentially even an invite into the Extraordinaires, a very selective and wonderful group of people on the Discord. So that's kind of what we're doing today. We're doing this in the background. And why are we doing this in the background? Well, the simple answer is I've been very, very lucky to have been sponsored today by Take-Two for Access to talk to you about Civ 7. So we're going to be doing a bit of a Q&A. I can't show you Civ 7 on stream, unfortunately, as much as I would like to. But obviously I've played it quite a bit and I can talk about it. So we're going to do a bit of a Q&A. So in chat as we go along for the whole of the stream, if you've got any questions, any burning questions, any queries or thoughts about Civ 7, this is your time to dump them upon me and we will chat and we will go through them as we go. Is there a wooden spoon prize? I tell you what, you will get not a wooden spoon prize, but you will get a proper, like a knowing nod and a clap and a good emote from me if you can manage to submit something on turn 200 with 1 population. I'll be impressed. I'll be really impressed if you can get 1 population, because I reckon that's actually quite tricky to do. So we'll get cracking. Abby Hedge says, how long does it take to play through an age? It is very, very random and different depending on your setup. And I was actually chatting to Sleepy about this earlier, because we're planning content and we're putting stuff together. Ages can be very different depending on the game speed you're playing. So obviously if you're playing online speed or standard speed or marathon, it makes a big difference. It depends on the difficulty you're playing, not just because the AI plays faster, which progresses the age quicker because they hit all the milestones. But if we have a look at the tech tree, this is an interesting difference between Civ 6 and Civ 7. you'll notice that a tech is 20 science for pottery, and then 40 for irrigation, and then 64 for masonry, and blah, 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 blah. They all have set science amounts depending on where in the tech tree they are. In Civ 7, if you change difficulty, those amounts differ slightly. So deity difficulty makes it harder for you to progress through the tech and civic tree. Not by a huge amount, but by enough to make a meaningful difference. Combined that with other bits and pieces, depending on how you set the game up, ages can be very different. Now, if you're playing online, and you can actually abbreviate ages and extend them as well, in terms of how many points you need to progress them. Hi, Carl. How you doing? I just seen. Yeah, I'll get to your question in a second. If you abbreviate the ages, it takes a significant amount of time because you don't have to do many legacy paths to end the age. But if you extend them, then you have to do most of the legacy paths. I think the most an age has ever taken me was about 5 or 6 hours when I was really playing domination and hard. And the quickest I pushed one through was maybe an hour and a half. So it very much depends on how you set it up. Greg, thank you so much for the donation. That's incredibly kind. I'll come back to yours just after I deal with Carl's quickly. And we'll go and have a look at yours, Greg. What is my favorite Civ chain and leader combo so far? Oh, man. Now, of course, because leaders and civs are all differently separate. In Civ 7, they're disconnected. You can match and pair them together as you would like. I have found various very funny combos that I very much enjoy. But my favorite so far still has to be Lafayette, the America's favorite fighting Frenchman. And I love him when he plays Rome in Antiquity. Because Rome unlocks a legion, which gets stronger the more legacy policies. May not have the right word for that. Traditions are in the government. They get +2 combat strength. But Lafayette gets a further +1. And it means you can create legion, which are like tanks. They feel very, very tanky. They're amazing. They're fantastic. It is a fantastically fun combination. So that's my favorite so far. But I also like playing Iban with a few people as well, because I think he's got some really fun early game strategies that play into a lot of different people. So that's good fun. But we're going to Greg's. Thank you very much for the donation. Yet again, it's very kind of you. Would you elaborate on how towns' yields are distributed to cities? Their production becomes gold, which is obviously global. Correct. Yep, that's true. And they give food to cities if the town is at their pop cap. Right, so it's not a pop cap for towns, but I see what you mean there. If a town gets to population 7, you can choose to give it a focus. And there's multiple focuses. There's like farm focuses, which affect things like farms and plantations and fishing boats and stuff like that. There's mining focus. There are different hubs. Loads of different things you can do with them. But as soon as you set them on a focus, all of the food, so in this case it would be like 224, is sent from the town to every city that is connected to it. Now, the rules on connections are still very complicated. I'm still trying to get my head around the exact rules, and I know they're being tweaked and changed as things lead up to the game. But the idea is, if they are within range and there is a road connecting them, or they are in range and they both have access to a coast that flows around within enough range, then they are connected. If the town is connected to 2 cities, it's 50-50. If it's 3 cities, it's a third, a third, a third. So by that, the more cities you have, the more ways the food is shared. The less cities you have, the more concentrated it is. And the more towns you'll have, which means the more food you have in the first place. So it's kind of, the more towns you have, the more food you have, full stop. The more cities you have, the more buildings and yields and production and blah, 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 blah. So sometimes you can end up in a situation where, say, Laventa was my town, and I had a city like Alex Frost. This would be maybe close enough to have a connection here, but then I also have a city like Is This Live? It might be that this town is out of range. So the food only gets sent to one city. And because of that, you can kind of limit which towns go into which cities by settling very carefully by sort of saying, right, well, I've got this landmass, so I'll stick a city in the middle of South America, and then I'll have a few towns either side of it, and then I'll put another city up in North America, and I'll have some towns next to that. So you can control it to an extent, but at the moment it's just an even split towards all cities that are in range. I hope that answers your question. If it does not, I apologize. It answered my own question. One thing I'm going to do in Alex Frost, just whilst we're here, is I'm going to make myself an entertainment complex, because the happiness in these cities is just awful. And we're on a population challenge. If we have negative amenities, this is not going to go well. We want to shake that off quickly as fast as we can. What are we doing? Why were we going for opera and ballet? We're going opera and ballet for envoys, weren't we? For Zanzibar? No. Why were we doing this? Does anyone remember why I was doing this? I don't remember why we're doing this. I hope that answers your question. Okay, it does. Good. Okay. Keep your questions coming in the chat. I think the conversation might be so that I start talking for a little while and then I miss follow-up questions, but just keep spamming them and I'll see them eventually. Okay. Garrett, I feel like so many civs lead into the same civs in the next age. I wonder if two people have the ability to choose America, if it's just who chooses them first, or if both can choose America. Okay, so there are certain civs that have more pathways into them than others. Just because there are more, say, European leaders or more people that have connections to Mongolia, or some civs just are naturally connected to others more. So there are certain ones that are more likely to come up than others. However, you can always pick something different based on whatever you unlock. So if you've got, I mean, I've had a game where I've unlocked, I think 7 civs that I could choose, and I've had games where I've only had 3. So sometimes it's very concentrated, sometimes it's not. On single player, you pick first. The AI will pick around you. So if you and say 4 AI could pick the same civ, you are the one that gets it, and the AI has something else, right? It's that simple. It just gives it to you. If you're playing multiplayer, something else happens. Now, we don't really exactly know is the truth. I have heard that maybe you can pick the same one. Maybe there's an ordering system. Maybe there's a priority system. The truth is, I haven't seen it. I don't know. But I imagine there will be some sort of mechanism. So I hope that answers. How exactly, with the crisis, as Andy made, with the crisis system, does just one more turn work in Civ 7? If you play a single age game, does it disable the crisis and let you endlessly sin? Now, I may have the answer to this one slightly wrong, but as far as I am aware, you cannot press one more turn at the moment in Civ 7. There is no mechanism for it. You can turn off crisis, and I know that certain people do turn off crisis because they prefer it in the game, and that's fair enough. But I do not believe you can press one turn more at the moment. I imagine that will be brought in at some point, maybe. But at the moment, when an age finishes, it finishes and that's it. And I have played games and finished games, and you get to see a little screen at the end and then it chucks you out unceremoniously. So yeah, yes and no is the short answer. And by that I mean no, there is no one more turn. I don't know why I said yes and no. I'm too used to being diplomatic. No. No, it is not a thing. Did I build Renaissance walls everywhere? I'm just trying to get back into the flow of this challenge. We've obviously got Angkor Wat going on there. Do we need the housing in this city? No, we don't. So we're going to get rid of limes quickly, and I'm going to pop in retainers. Tiny bit of extra happiness. I do have the odd unit scattered around. Like so. We can just make sure that everyone's got something in it. Okay, Roger asks, how does science transfer over to the next age? If you research a mastery that grants a bonus to, say, granaries, would it apply to the next age? Some bonuses do and some bonuses don't. So, for instance, a bonus applied by your Pantheon
New donation from Magic3. Am I correct to assume that Mississippians are busted in Civilian 7 since they get food adjacency to everything and unique unit that does flat damage?
We'll come back to that in a second. Thank you very much, Magic. That's very kind of you. So some bonuses like Pantheons disappear when an age goes over, right? So that will just disappear. Some bonuses will stay. Now, I believe, I might be wrong in this, but I believe a lot of the technology bonuses to yields, such as you get +1 food from farms if you get agriculture, I believe all that flows through. The town bonuses are reset. So if you're getting extra food from being a farming town, that disappears back. The Pantheons disappear. Wonder bonuses stay. The improvements stay. So yeah, a lot of it does stay. You might see the yields go down a bit, but often they can be then improved. And by the time you get to the end of the game, you've unlocked so many bonuses that, you know, like quite a few of them will have applied and your yields are pretty heavy. I believe once you go to a next stage, if you missed any bonuses off the tree, then you are given them. So you don't miss out on them per se. It's just a sort of, you are delayed in getting them until the age transitions, but you are all reset on tech. So you would have the bonuses at the beginning of age. I hope that answers your question. I can do a video about stays that goes. That's a really good idea for a video, actually. What stays and what goes on an age transition. I might write that down. That's actually a really good idea. All right, Magic, thank you very much for your donation. Very kind of you. Am I correct to assume that Mississippians are busted in Civ 7 since they get food adjacency to everything and a unique unit that does flat damage? Now, I haven't found a Civ, and this is me being honestly truthful, yeah? I have not found a Civ just yet that is what I would call busted. There are certainly powerful Civs, very powerful Civs, but when I played Mississippi, yes, they were strong, they had really good early game synergy, but they weren't busted. And the reason for that is that food is really, really good in the early stages of the game, and then by the end of the game, food is a lot less valuable. Other resources come into play, like gold, science, culture. Influence is also really powerful. So yes, they have a very strong set of stacking bonuses, but I wouldn't go so far as to say that it was busted. But it is powerful, and it is very synergizable. It is full of synergy. So it can be used very effectively if you do it right. Okay. I hope that answers your question. Thank you very much for the donation. Give me a shout if it doesn't. Oh, nice. Wonder if, this is Helgoskin, wonder if AI is better, worse, or about the same as in Civ 6. How's deity difficulty feels compared to Civ 6? Okay, two good questions there. The AI feels better. The AI feels better than in Civ 6 for the reason that, oh my word, ages are much smaller because you have the game effectively split into 3 parts. And because of that, there are a lot more decisions that the AI has to do in a game that is continuous like Civ 6 compared to Civ 7. Right now in Civ 6 AI, it's got to figure out how to navigate this entire tree in a way that understands that priorities change as you go through the game. Civ 7 hasn't got to deal with that so much because you've got 3 iterations of AI that can deal with ages separately. So there is a lot that you will generally see better, such as settling, using the mechanisms of the age, putting buildings down, using armies. So there's a lot that is good. It suffers a lot of the problems that Civ 6 does in some ways. There is a lot of divvying or dithering with units. They can kind of go backwards and forwards a little bit. Commanders can often be rooted to the ground, and they often just freeze and don't move. The AI can sometimes pack units in and out inexplicably in combat, so it's got its quirks. It is still not as good as a player, but it is a step in the right direction. It feels better, and I notice that that's important to say, because when we picked Civ 6 up, a lot of the AI noticeably did not feel as good as Civ 5. So it feels like an improvement in that direction. Deity is difficult. Deity is really difficult. I would say it took me longer to learn Civ 6 Deity just because the game was longer. The thing about ages is that you can divide the ages up into 3 and practice Deity on each one a few times, so you actually pick it up quicker, weirdly. But it's harder in the sense that the combat bonus on Deity in Civ 7 is now +8, not +4, sorry. Which sucks. Combat strengths are slightly different. There are a lot more mechanisms to increase combat strength quite a lot in Civ 7, so it's not quite as broken as you would think. But Civ, yeah, Deity is difficult. It's really quite difficult. Quirky though. Just like any Civ game, you learn quite quickly the bits and pieces that work sometimes and which don't work other times. And you learn how to sort of abuse and manipulate it in a funny way. I'm going to take the housing thing off, actually. I've just noticed none of my cities are struggling on housing, so Medina Court is not needed. Liberalism is. Happiness everywhere for more growth rate. Tuja says, Ursa, does Carl send you a private message when someone asks a question but you're not at liberty to answer yet? No. Not at all. Not at all. I know what I'm allowed to say and what I'm not allowed to say. I trust myself on that. Oh, yep. Preserve. Don't want to get rid of that. Silly Ursa. Can I attack units inside a city? Yes, you can, but there is a priority order. So if a city has its district intact, so it has wall strength, effectively, or wall health, then you must break that first. And then you have to kill the unit in it afterwards. So, yes, you can attack a unit, but you have to kill the walls first. The exception to that is if you have a siege weapon, like a catapult, for instance. A siege weapon damages the unit on the tile as well as the walls. So it's twice as effective. It not only does full damage to the walls, where a lot of things bounce off, but it also damages a unit inside the walls as well. So siege equipment is really, really effective and very needed in Civ 7 because of the way that walls work. Because you can also, if you've got a completed quarter, so a urban district with 2 buildings in, you can build walls on it as well. And in Civ 7, if there are multiple walls on multiple tiles, you have to destroy them all before you take a settlement. So you can actually have 4 garrisoned units in it. It can be really tough. You can defend places so much better. It's really difficult to take cities. Really difficult to take cities in Civ 7. So there's a lot of different. Blood Tree. Love your vids. I heard there is a setting to change how long eras take to finish in Civ 7. It's true. Yes, there are 2. There are actually 2 separate mechanisms. I was rushing culture on this. I'm trying to remember why I was rushing culture. I was rushing theatre square. Is it because I wanted to get to ideology as soon as possible, or conservation? What was I doing? I don't. I was doing that for a reason. So there are 2 separate things you can change to speed up ages. Firstly, the game speed. So currently I'm playing on standard speed. You can play on online speed, and obviously it will go twice as quick. Marathon 3 times as long. So there's a lot you can do on that. The other thing you can do is you can actually make the age shorter or longer in terms of the amount of age points or advancement points you need to trigger the next stage. So if you have it on an abbreviated version, you need less victory paths or victory points to end the age. And it means that it does end a lot quicker. If you've got it on long, you have to get quite a few victory points to progress. So it makes a noticeable difference. Ooh. Ooh. I got some fish resources, that's good. Then we could actually cut them out. Yeah, that's not bad actually. Let's do that. Sanctuaries for preserves. Yeah, you know what? That's not a bad idea. I could do that. Population is now starting to climb. Like last time, you can see how many fires I set. The fires have all been set. That's really good. And now we're on 102 population. And we've still got quite a bit of turns to go. We're gaining 2 population every turn. We have no cap on housing at the moment, so there's a lot of good stuff. So far, so good. I'm happy. How are you not dead? Quite amazing, that. Neighborhoods. Yeah, we were rushing neighborhoods before, but then we went down here for some reason. I don't know why. Who knows why. Can you do a video on what stays and what goes with age? Yeah, no, that's a really good idea. I have noted it down. I fully intend. Oh, there's some war going on over here. Who's Roman Persia going at it? Nice. Chaos. Chaos reigns. That's what we want to see. Ursa, I am somewhat of a Civ 7 apostle to you. I'm a debater apostle. I can just make loud noises and just shout at people. No! I'm glad that I get to sort of share it a little bit. It's a lot of fun. I'm enjoying. Ah, more spies. One. Did I? Actually, we'll stay here. What is my favourite wonder in Civ 7 aesthetically? As well as my favourite one with the bonus. Oh, aesthetically. There's a lot of the wonders that look quite cool. I like... And I've forgotten what it's called. But it is the red American pyramid wonder. Is it like the Pyramid of the Sun? I can't remember what it's called. It's like red and white or something like that. That's really pretty. I do like that a lot. My favourite is Angkor Wat, because it lets you put another specialist on every tile. And there are some very broken combinations of Angkor Wat, and I like it. So that's a lot of fun. That's an Angkor Wat of fun, you could say. So I like that. That's a lot of fun. It's my phrase. What am I doing? Generate some builders. That's right, I have a pretty simple question. Awesome, Mick. It had better be simple. I am now going to judge you heavily on whether your question is simple or not. So you better pray that it is. Else I'll be very disappointed. Maybe the answer is not so simple, or the instant caveat. Oh dear. Oh dear, here we go. But have you already found your preferences amongst the new civs and leaders? I have certainly noticed that there is a style of leader that I am finding very fun. I am naturally good at certain styles of leader. And you won't be surprised to know that some of the leaders that have combat bonuses are my favourites. I very much like a lot of the combat bonuses. So that's kind of a theme. I can't talk about some stuff, but yes, I do have my favourites. Am I allowed to do a tier list on exploration civs? Yeah. Well, I've also got to go back and do my antiquity tier list as well. Because I did that before I actually played the game, and now I have played the game, so I can get to go back and look at it and think, oh, was it good? Was it a logical tier list or not? Which would be quite entertaining. How sensible was my list? Did it actually make sense, or was it a load of rubbish? So I'm looking forward to that. Is it confirmed? Oh, it is confirmed, Dynasty, that the modern age unique commander is the aircraft carrier. We've seen a modern age stream. I can talk about what we've already seen on their stream. So there was an aircraft carrier, which is a commander. There was also a airbase commander and like a sort of air commander full stop. So I think there's almost 3. There's like a district one, a naval one, and an air one, but they all deal with planes. But yes, it is planes that is dealt with. Let's get rid of that. Need the water park in the city. Let's pop that back. It's out of range, but oh well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, out of range. Never mind. I can put one there though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nope, still can't. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I really messed that up. Never mind. Okay, go and dump some resources in the sea now. Is Inca the best Civ for this challenge, or is Yongle banned? I didn't want to play with Yongle because I played with Yongle for a lot in recent games. I wanted to do something different. So he's not banned. Absolutely allowed to play him if you want. I just wanted to do something different. So we all voted on it last time and I got Inca. I was also tempted by Khmer. I was tempted by India. Portugal. There were quite a few people that could have been really good for the challenge. That's what we ended up getting. Maybe it's industrial stuff I need to rush. Yep. How would compare leaders in comparison to Civ 6 and Civ 5? Is it easy to get any victory type with any Civ? I think in Civ 5 and Civ 6, it's incredibly easy to get a victory with any leader or Civ. That's my maybe controversial opinion, but I've always thought that. And it's the same. I don't like certain leaders obviously do it with more synergy. But there is a theory, right? Or a comparison between, say for instance, I'm going for a science victory. Do I pick a Civ that is very good at making science if I want to go for a science victory? Well, the obvious answer is yes, you specialize in the yield you're going for. The more you get science, the quicker you go through the science tree, the better you are at science, right? But there is another theory, and one that I enjoy more, which is the more rounded and covering your weakness theory, which is if I want to go for a science victory, I know I'm going to be focusing on science. So instead of going for a science civ, I go for a culture civ, because then I pick up culture really quickly whilst I'm also picking up science, and it fills in a weakness for me. And the more rounded technique will do me better than if I just focus on science. And I've always thought as a strategy in Civ, that is always more powerful than people think it is. It's always worth rounding off your weaknesses, and Civ 7 is no different. So, yes and no. But I don't think it's any different to how it has been previously. Is the truthful answer there. I've seen some very good runs by Congo and Brazil in this challenge. Yeah, the Discord has got some insane runs. And some really, really good runs. I've been very impressed by what I've seen. Very impressed by what I've seen. I don't know how I'm going to compete with them. But we shall try. We shall try. I shall do what I can. Oh, I can't get rid of these really good tiles. I really want to. But I can't. I'm taking bad yields just so I can get the projects in. I was happy to break 1k pop in the Unlimited. That's an insane amount of pop. Yeah, fair play. 1k. Blimey. How have you done that? Oh. Not bad for 200 turns. I think I know who you might have done that with. But I'll hold my judgment for now. Hey, sorry, I have a question. SimCity EA, it's your lucky day. I'm going to answer. Maybe. In Civ 7, what's my favourite Antiquity Age Civ music, Exploration Civ music, and Modern Age Civ music? Blimey. That is a good question, because unfortunately I don't listen to the Civ musics very often, because I I don't record with them. I don't play with them on. And that's the truth of it. Because historically, Civ music in-game has not behaved very well with advertising and the YouTube algorithm. People keep claiming it, so I've got used to not playing it. And therefore I haven't really listened to it. But I do like... I've heard some tunes which is really good. I quite like the Roman one and I like the Norman one. Those are both really good. I don't have any in the modern age that stick into my mind. But that's not to say they're not good. I just don't think I know them very well. So apologies if that's a bit of a cop-out answer, but I don't have anything more than that. I just don't typically listen to them very much. Oh, lovely. Hawaii's theme slaps. I can't remember if I know that one, but I think I might do. Oh, I think I know the Hawaii one. I think it's quite distinctive, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. That is a good one. Yeah, fair play. Let's go to Zanzibar. Oh, there's loads of fire over there. Don't touch that. That's hot. Favorite Civ main theme of the series? Do you mean like the sort of... the one that happens in the main menu? Because I don't think anyone can claim that Baba Yetu isn't the best thing that anyone has ever had. Baba Yetu just is. It's just its own thing. That was Civ 4, right? Baba Yetu? I might be wrong. Not sure. I was playing Korea and my wife, who was Korean, was like, hey, I know this song. Oh, really? Oh, that's cool. I've never really thought about it too much, but yeah, you're probably right. And up. More food. Nice. Ursa, have I got any leader nemesis yet? Do I have any leader nemesis? Yes. I actually do. I actually do. There is, I don't think it's anything to do with this leader at all. This is purely just a sort of how it's played out thing in my games.
New donation from Fnickerman 1093. Are you planning any multiplayer collabs with other creators for Civilian 7?
Thank you very much, Fnickerman. That's very sweet of you. The short answer is yes. Yes, I am. I have a lot of collabs planned, and they're going to be a lot of fun, I hope. So watch this space. I won't mention any of the names now because I don't want to put pressure on the people to say that like they have to say yes. But I've got some really good plans, so I think that should be good. But yes, the leader, as I say, it's got nothing to do with the leader whatsoever. I'm sure as a leader they're just like a solid guy, but it's something about the Shwani leader, Tecumseh. I need to remember the pronunciation on that one. Whenever I see them in a game, I don't know what it is. I think it may be because they make lots of alliances, but they will break alliances to declare war on me all the time. And I don't know what it is about them, but the amount of times I've been declared on by that leader is ridiculous. So when I see them, there's a small part of me that's like, oh no, here we go again. It's a lot of fun. But it does make me go like, oh dear. Oh no. Oh no, not again. I love Baba Yetu, but the new one is almost the same level. The new one is good. It's really good. I do genuinely agree. I think the art, the music, the art, a lot of that stuff is really, really wonderful. And these are all terrace farms. They are. I was like, why are they giving adjacency with regular farms? They're not at all. It's just that they're all terrace farms. So I'm going to leave that just for a sec. That's a weird question. When I was playing Civ 3 and first introduced to the series, I learned new facts about history from that game. Have you learned anything from the history through the series? Oh my lord. So I actually really, really liked history before I played Civ. Maybe it was one of the reasons that I enjoyed Civ in the first place, but I took history at A level, which is sort of the sixth form or college level in Britain. I loved history, took it all the way through to A2. Really, really enjoyed it. And I think maybe that's what kind of civilization was drawn to me with. So yes, I've always really enjoyed learning about the civilizations in the game. Now, I'm not a history buff. I'm very much the sort of person that enjoys it on like a recreational level. But I have learned a huge amount about the world based on things that have happened in Civ, if that makes sense. So a lot of, especially things like wonders and unique buildings and leaders, you'll see pictures of people and you're like, huh, I know who Charlemagne is now. Or I know who Eleanor of Aquitaine was, and I know about the dual throne thing, and there's all kinds of stuff. Yeah, it's genuinely has been a huge, huge help. I've really enjoyed that aspect of it. It's one of the best bits about Civ. It's the learning about the history. The other one, actually just looking at it, was I've learnt the names of a bunch of artists in real life. I've never ever done history of art. I've never really been into modern or classical art in any way. But a lot of the names of the artists in Civ I've picked up, which has been a weird, unexpected pickup for me, but it's still quite useful. A lot of fun. Oh, bro, I always have Wikipedia on whilst playing Civ, and I'm just, yeah. I do that all the time. Wikipedia is my friend. I remember back at university, they tried to say that, like, oh, be careful of Wikipedia because it's this, like, really unreliable resource, and, oh, you just never know. I still think it's brilliant. It's so good. Right, we're having to actually start to really build neighborhoods up now, which is good for the housing. Such is our housing cap. In fact, need to think about this one in advance as well. Once we have a bit of stuff. Did I end up building more? Oh no, I did build mausoleum. Where's the pin still there? I'm very disorganized with my pins today. Terrible. I learned Charlemagne is the same as Karel de Gloed. Ah, I have never even heard of that. That is very much a Dutch name. Sounds Dutch. It sounds hilariously Dutch. If I could be so bold. Let's send you out that. How long does this drought last? 3 more turns. Wow. Brutal. Can you set up who your opponents are and what civs they are, or is it all random, says Win Theory? Yes, you can. So it's something I've been doing, actually, just making sure certain people don't pop up in my videos, but you can pick which civs you're playing against, and you can pick which civs they start as. As far as I'm aware, you can't pick who they become on age transition. So if the civ changes on age transition, you cannot pick who they're going to be. You can only pick who they start with. But yes, you can pick who's going to be in your game. Oh wow, envoys. Bam. Happiness. Yes. Nice. Have I dabbled... this is Sasuke Crafter. Have I dabbled at all with the longer game modes, Epic and Marathon? I'm very curious as to how they play into the era progression and how the overall game feel would be. I will confess I have not touched Epic or Marathon speeds. And that is consistent with how I play Civ 6. I ain't not... I've got no time for any of those game modes. They sound great, and I really respect people who like the sort of immersion. I really do respect that fully. But I don't have time. I'm trying to film hundreds and hundreds of games a year. So I play on standard speed or quicker. The only reason I don't play on quick speed and online speed is that it became quite apparent quite early on when I was doing YouTube that people preferred watching standard speed. Now, why that is, I'm not sure. But it certainly was a thing. So actually, that was a luxury, which is really cool. So between Zanzibar and that luxury, we're really happy in places now. I only know people, to be honest, that have been playing the faster speeds. Because we're all creators, right? And we're all in a rush. Which is maybe what's wrong with the world. Why are we all in a rush? Why are we not just all playing marathon? Life is marathon speed, after all. So yeah, I don't know if that's an answer. I have a question. I pre-ordered Deluxe Edition of Civ 7. Has the dev team said exactly when those who pre-ordered will be able to play starting on the 6th? What do you mean? Because you would be able to play... Do you mean specifically in terms of times? As in hours of the day? Is that what you mean? If they have, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. But I imagine, seeing as Thoraxis and Take-Two and 2K and all that stuff are American companies, I imagine it will be on some sort of American time frame. That would be my guess. So I would be surprised if it wasn't on an American time frame. But you know what? I don't know. That is a very valid question, and I couldn't tell you. I live my life on online speed. That should be a t-shirt. I think that should be a t-shirt. That's really good. I live my life on online speed. I live my life one marathon game at a time. Do I buy the zoo? Wonder construction. Let's just slot that in now because I've got +4, +4, +10. Hilarious. +4. Ursa merch. Ursa merch? Ursa merch. Ursa. We're only an hour into the stream and I'm already losing it. Not a good sign, is it? Right. What people can we bring back in? So we can bring back Anansi and Hercules. Which I'm tempted to do. Up. Nice. Waiting for Feb 6th is Mega Marathon Speed. Yeah. You and me both. You and me both. I'm only able to win the game on Dirty if I'm Canada and play the game, so there's more tundra. I watch your videos for tips and you make the game look so easy. That's very kind. I promise you it's a thing of practice. When you play the game as much as I do, you learn tricks. It's the sort of tricks that 7,000 hours will get you. Not necessarily tricks that are healthy. Or tricks that the Jedi would teach you. You know, just random stuff. Nice. Kamasi. Oh, Kamasi's tempting. But I think Zanzibar's better. For the purposes of this. Question, do you have the full Civ 7 game but can't show it yet? Or is it fully released for creators yet? The one thing I will say is that we have the most up-to-date version. So it's not like it's being held back from us. But equally, it's also not the final product, I would assume. Once it's released on release day, then that'll be the final thing. But I have finished games, yes, if that's what you're asking. I've played it all the way through. The points, meme prizes. Let's go for Admirals. And B on Ivory? Sure. Have we got any duplicates? Wine. So we can rush that through. No amenities on wine. Boo! It backfired. How could we have expected that to happen? Now we're happy again. That's good. I've seen your drawings for a while now, but it wasn't until your first Civ 7 video that I connected the fact that you were also a streamer. Glad to have found that. You're not the first. You won't be the last. It always makes me smile whenever I see people who don't actually realise that I am also a YouTuber and not just the person that makes silly pictures on the internet. Now, I find that very entertaining. Very, very entertaining. Let's sell all this now. Quite groovy. Who we got? Fav Jerusalem. The black and gold fog of war tiles, are they standard or part of the Founders Edition bonuses? Ooh. That is a good question. Well, I have access to effectively what is the Founder Edition, and I can see them. So that doesn't help. I don't know. That is a very good question. I actually can't tell you the answer to that because I don't know it. Fair play. You've stumped me there. I assume that there will be cosmetic Fog of War tiles at some point. I don't know if those ones are ones or not. Maybe someone else will have the answer to that. I second that question. What happens if you conquer everyone in Antiquity or Exploration Ages? Well, I imagine if you conquer everyone, like everyone, you'd probably win. But I haven't done that yet. I have not done that yet. But that's just something that I need to do. That's something that I want to do. Give me time. Give me time. Ursa will get there. Ursa will conquer all eventually. We'll find the answer of that one out together. But I don't think that one's yet... well, maybe it has been tested, but it hasn't been tested by us. Not yet, anyway. Okay, so we've got some more envoys now. I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3 into Hong Kong. We'll build the factories and the coal power plants. Lovely. Conquering all civs would be difficult with the crisis mechanics. Many cities would rebel before the end of the era. They absolutely would be really difficult, but that doesn't mean it's not possible. There are ways. There are forbidden ways. I think it could be done, but I just don't know if it has been done yet. Interesting question, though. I do like it. From what I have seen, all the unit animations are really slow. Can you change it in the settings? You can't at the moment. But I believe at some point you will be able to. That's my unofficial answer on that. I believe they are bringing it in eventually, that you can. But we'll have to wait on that. Okay, regular edition Fog of War tiles have a little inscription that says pleb. Just in really small writing that no one can see. Question, in Civ 7, do religious units fight and can they be affected by other units? No and no. Currently, religious units scuttle around the map and they are on their own independent layer. They can move through each other, they don't fight, they don't have health. Not in that same way. And they effectively ignore contact with everyone else. Whether or not that will stay, or whether or not religion is going to be added to at a later point, I'm not sure. But certainly, at the moment, they operate on their own separate layer. Let's get another neighborhood going. This map looks familiar. I know. All maps are like this, eh? What is that? I realise I haven't got the other trader. Where is my other trader? I've got 5 of them. Is this live? Just hasn't got anything going from it. Weird. Question, do I feel like each age... Do you feel like each age have you playing in a different way? In a big way, or in just a theme? No, all 3 ages feel very different. There are obviously core components of the game that are similar from one age to another. Such as each one has settlements, each one has units, each one has civilians and independent nations and blah, blah, blah. But they all feel very different. They feel very different in terms of tech and scale. Antiquity, for instance, you have very, very few units going around. There is very little happening. Modern feels a lot more involved. Like it would in any game that the map gets bigger, you know? Okay, I'm going to be building the water park. That. Why not build the sanctuary? Because I'm just working on housing first. I've got loads of food coming in. My biggest issue is housing in most of my cities. That's what we're trying to rock at the moment. Making sure we stay happy. And we need to get the shopping mall. And then go democracy, probably. For the extra yields. There we go. Fixed. Finally. How would I rate the UI so far? It's not the best. Out of everything in Civ, it's certainly the weakest aspect of Civ 7. I still don't know. I honestly don't truthfully know if what we're seeing is 100% finalized or not. I strongly suspect there will be bits that are upgraded and updated. I'd be very surprised if it wasn't. But my opinion of the UI is I find the colors of it quite dark, and I find, to be honest, maybe the dark doesn't bother me so much because Civ 5 was dark, right? And I don't mind that. I prefer the colors of Civ 6 because I'm just a colorful person, just in who I am. But the thing that I find more confusing is that when you press buttons, they don't change color. And that for me is a big one because I can't really see very well what I'm pressing and what's affecting the game and what isn't. That's the bit that I would change. Did it take a while to get used to all of the new mechanics, or was it pretty seamless and straightforward? Oh, it took a while. It was pretty seamless in the way that it was very intuitive. It was very intuitive, but of course it took a while. Yeah. These things always do. New game. Whole new skill set. Whole new rules and schemes and tactics to learn. There's a huge amount to pick up. So, yeah, there's a lot of it that took a while to pick up. But it was very easy. Civ 7 has seemingly been built to be very accessible to people. And that, I would say, they have succeeded in quite well. That was probably one of the best bits about it. It was how quickly it felt like I could pick it up. We will see if other people share that opinion. I am genuinely intrigued. Yes. Anyone want coal? Yes. You do, which means I can get the shipyard and boost steam power. Done. And now you can build a canal. Aha! Okay, what next? Corporations, maybe? Machinery? For Kilwa? Let's see if Kilwa's still around. Might be. Kilwa might be around still, and I can build it there. It should be good. I know. Very Dutch. Hope you enjoy it. It's been a good city. It's been a really good city. Very strong city. We're going to have to start getting rid of some very good tiles in this city now. Whoa. I mean, look at it. 12 production and 12 food. It's painful, but I'm reaching the housing cap now. So we'll finish the sanctuary and start building it. So did you play/enjoy Humankind? And if so, how do you feel about Civ 7 compared to Humankind's era system and the blending Civ system? So obviously the Civ versus Humankind comparison has been made a lot. It seems to be everyone's favorite topic of like, oh, I don't think anyone said this before, but, and then everyone looks around and goes, what do you mean? That's all that everyone's been saying. However, I have not played Humankind. I still haven't. I never got around to it. It sounds ridiculous, but it's true. I never actually got around to playing Humankind. So I can't really give you an answer, a proper answer to that one. Because I don't genuinely know the comparison and how it works and where it's similar and where it isn't. But I think a lot of the comparisons with that sort of stuff were definitely made because, how do I put this? There was a lot of people saying it was the same, and therefore people jumped in on the bandwagon. Whether it is the same or not, I can't tell you because I haven't played it, but it was certainly the funny thing to say for a while, wasn't it? Who knows? Right, let's make some cores. Bam. Core of Scouts, I know. Epic. Core of Warriors. And I need one more thing. What can I make? An Archer. Bam. Machinery's boosted too. That was nicely timed. Let's get replaceable parts. I think I will like Civ 7's version better as it all happens at once rather than individually and you have to unlock things rather than just have everything to access to everything at once. Yeah, maybe. The system feels really cool to me. Like, I still have all of my bonuses from the previous Civ when I change. So it's just more like I'm stacking new things. I have more things to play with. I really like it. Whether everyone will like it or not, I don't know. But I really like it. So how would you rate the AI? Is it more reasonable, more stupid, more aggressive? It's not more stupid, no. It's still very Civ-y. Like, it feels like Civ AI, for better or worse. And it always will. There's not much we can do about that. But the AI seems to win the game better. It actually goes for the victories a lot better. And that is its biggest compliment that I can give it. It actually tries to win and does it fairly successfully. So if that is the true difference, then we are looking at some really cool stuff. Put it that way. Bam. For a question for urban tiles and specialists, does min-maxing yields offer the same kind of brain itch as planning district adjacencies? So, if you'd have asked this to me right at the beginning, I would have said probably not. Because for me, the way that specialists are put down, it was simply just like big number goes bigger. Don't really think about it too much. Specialists all kind of give the same thing and they all start plonking down. I didn't really think about it too hard. And then I started understanding how specialists worked. And I started realizing that the numbers you can get can be manipulated to be very, very high indeed. And then I was like, oh, I get it now. I get it now. This makes sense now. Right. Well, okay. In that case, yeah, this absolutely makes sense and this scratches an itch. So it took a little while. It wasn't as obvious. But when it did click in, I was like, oh, well, that makes sense. It's a bit of a nuanced answer, but yes, it does scratch the same itch. You just might not realize it at first, but it does. At least it did for me anyway. Do I have a cat? No, I do not have a cat. Oh, that's a bad tornado. Oh. We're going to have to check into that one quickly because I think that might have just ripped up a bit of population. Yeah, 2 population lost. No, that's the dust storm. Tornado outbreak, 0 population lost. Okay, that's fine. That's fine, but we need to keep an eye on that. Oh. Get ourselves another builder and pop those back down. I don't have a cat, no. I had a cat when I was growing up. I had a cat when I was a kid. And I've got a cat here. My scout has one. There's a few wandering around. Giant cats in the buildings. But that's as close as I've come to a cat for a while. And laying on of hands. Okay, right. We've now got the max benefit from a civil prestige card. Sell that coal. I think all those options remain good because we're just trying to keep the housing up, keep the amenities up. Ursa, what are the main differences in pre-ordering the standard versus the deluxe edition? If I purchase the standard version, will I be able to get the things I'm missing in the deluxe version later? I think mostly the answer to that is yes. Hang on. I haven't looked at it in a little while. Let's see if I can find it on the website. See where this takes me. So we've got Founders Edition, right? Full game, early access, Shwani, DLC, deluxe content pack with the 2 leader personas, 2 profile customizations, 1 alternative scout skin, and then the Founders stuff, which includes 2 leader personas. So you get a lot of this stuff. Deluxe. Oh, I see. So the Founders pack comes in that. The Deluxe is there. So basically you don't get that extra set of leaders and profiles and Fog of Wars and Founders. You still get early access. And then in the base game, you just get the base game. My prediction is that pretty much everything that is released will eventually get released to the public. You might just have to wait for it. You might have to wait some time. Effectively, what you're doing is you're buying it quicker. So a lot of the DLC won't be released when the game starts. You're just pre-buying it. But the personas, the leader personas, will be there on day 1, and then all of the cosmetics will as well. Now, I don't know if bits and pieces of the Founders will be available, but I can't see them having leader personas that then don't get put into the game. I'd be very, very surprised if those weren't released to the public at some point. So, my guess is that it's just speeding it up. It's just if you don't want to wait. If you can wait, then there's probably no harm in waiting because you'll probably get it at some point. But I think the idea with these sort of things, right, is that you want to be a little bit vague with the answers of like when you're getting stuff because you kind of want people to sign up. So we'll see. Okay. I think, was it Aztec in Civ 6? I think it was Aztec that had a similar thing, right? I'm pretty sure. The Aztec were released with early access, but then eventually they were released, obviously, to everyone eventually. You just had to wait for them. I expect it's going to be similar to that. That's my guess anyway. My uneducated guess. Yeah, okay, Fav Jerusalem's agreeing with me. That's good. Is there religions in Civ 7? Yes, there are religions in Civ 7. You unlock them. Oh, I lost another population there. Ugh. One pop lost. Okay. It could have been worse. It could have been worse. One pop loss isn't good, but it could have been worse. Let's just fix the neighborhood quickly. Okay. Yeah, released a month or two later. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I mean, it would make sense for them to do that. Whether they will or not, I don't know, but it would make sense in my head. In my opinion, Humankind is a beautiful masterpiece, but the yield numbers and turns to build are too broken to play. I wish Civ 7 manages that as 6 did and improves the AI. The balance of Civ 7 seems pretty spot on at the moment, from what I've played. I think it's pretty good. I've certainly enjoyed it, and I've been playing it non-stop since I had access. So, again, I can't guarantee whether or not you'll enjoy it or not, but I haven't stopped playing since I've had it, and if that's not an endorsement, then I don't know what is. Everyone will find a different reason, I'm sure, but to me, it seems quite cool. Appease the gods, oh god. Oh no, I'm going to actually throw my heroes into a volcano if I can. Is there a volcano by the sea? Is there one in Europe? Can't remember. Maybe. Gonna remove some stuff. Do you get Napoleon simply by just logging into Civ 7 with your 2K account? I believe one of the Napoleons you just have to sign in with your 2K account. Yeah. I believe that's all you have to do. And I believe, from memory, one of them is you have to sign in to Civ 6 as well with your 2K account. And if you're signed in on both, you have access. I think. Volcano in Italy, right? Yeah. Getting through Fez is the problem. What was that noise? Something sounded like it was breaking there, but I think it's okay. I think we're fine. I think nothing permanently broke there, which is good. So we're still growing. 137 population with 17 towns left to go. Is this live? I feel is the city that needs a bit of a boost. This one is not quite growing like the others, but these are doing great. Anything that had access to the Amazon is doing pretty good. And the aquarium. Ah, nice. Now we can get the aquarium going. That's awesome. To be honest, using the fog as a cosmetic you can change, assuming they add more over time, is a cool idea. Yeah, I can't wait for the Ursa edition to be there. If I could have Ursa art on the Fog of War, could you imagine? Could you imagine the joys of that? Oh, we could all play with my face scattered everywhere on your map. That would be brilliant. I might actually commission that mod. just to inflict my face on everyone. That would be so funny. No one would want that. No one at all. Except me. I'd be very happy by that. Metal casting. Imagining the bows pack, yeah. We all get one. Everyone gets one. Whoever's playing this flute is having a great time. Every tile could be a different drawing I've done. Yeah, could you imagine? Could you imagine the carnage? I could imagine it. I would love that. Not enough action charges. I will let you explore. Might be a dumb question, but these Earth maps, are the resources also in the same place every time? Yes, I learnt that from the Civ Give, because this was my start in the Civ Give. And the nostalgia is ripe. It's there. I mean, I've removed all the luxuries, but do you remember this? Me going, oh, what am I going to do? And then there's Fez, and then I attacked Fez, and Oh, good times. Good times. Did I ever forget to mention to you all that I won the Civ Give? No? I don't think I've ever mentioned that. Just a little thing I won called the Civ Give. Just a little thing I came on top of. And beat everyone. No? Have I not mentioned that? I think let's mention that again. Just to be safe. Yes, I won the Civ Give, don't you know? Never mentioned it. I haven't mentioned it this year. No. Maybe not. Well, we'll just have to mention it again to be safe, won't we? Just to be safe. Badam. Okay. Damage from tornado. Fixed. Housing. Fixed. Oh, I can put a corporation down. Ooh. Yes, let's do that. With a friendly, charitable nuclear device. That's exactly how it went down. I'm glad. I'm glad you understand. It'll be interesting to see if we get more obscure European / antiquity / exploration civs from DLC. Strathclyde would be a bit unexpected, but that's a very random one, but sure. I would love to see a Celtic pack. Now that would be cool. Celts of Britain. Oh. Now that's a pack I could get behind. That's something we could do. Different versions of Boudica. Okay, actually that sounds really good. I'm coming around to this idea now. That's actually a really good idea. Can we do that? Can we have a Britain's pack? Oh man, I am really looking forward to the mods. I always love the mods of Civ. I love the modders of Civ. I love the mods of Civ. They're all wonderful, but I cannot wait to see. I cannot wait to see what the mods come up with in terms of leaders, of what we can play. Oh, it'll be good. It'll be good. Do you know if the DLC you get from pre-order deluxe / founder includes rule changes as well, like Gathering Storm and Rise and Fall did? Oh, do you mean like the secret societies? Like the gameplay modes? I don't know. I haven't seen anything like that. That would be cool. But don't count on that. Not yet. I would not be surprised at all if game modes make their way in at some point. But I don't think I've seen anything on that yet. I could be wrong though. I am oft wrong. I just really hope Sucratact and others will add the functionality that we're all missing, like pins. Oh, they will. I'm sure. I'm sure if we all hope and wish upon a Sucratact star hard enough, that he and they and everyone will come and rescue us. Everyone from CYP, Sucratact, to JNR, to Fuzzle, to Merrick, to Luigi. I reckon they'll all come and save us. They have to. They have to save us, right? We deserve to be saved. Please. Please save us. Please save us from the lack of functionality within a game. We must have it. All praise to the mighty Sucratact. Yeah, it's true. Is the 3 hex radius for resources in Civ 7? Mostly it is, yes. By and large, cities in Civ 7 do not go above 3 tiles. Broadly speaking, your borders are stuck to this sort of range. To the workable range. Certainly they don't culture bomb after that point. However, you can push them beyond that point in some instances. Like we've seen on the live stream that America has a prospector that can buy tiles outside of the usual ring. Yeah. Trying to think if anyone else can. It's going to be possible. But those are the main examples. Shopping mall. Here we go. Get these done. No mention of Roman holiday. Look, when I was talking about mods just then, I was talking about modders who make the game better. Roman holiday knows what Roman holiday does, and it's not making the game better. It's making the game evil and hard and difficult. And we all love Roman holiday. But that mod is terrifyingly difficult. The AI, oh, it's awful. And that's a compliment. That's a compliment to them. Okay. More luxuries. This in, we'll get these shopping malls in, it'll all be good. All power to the mod Socrates, yeah. Question, so since the economic golden age lets you retain cities, I've developed a silly little plan of having all the cities and urbanizing every tile. Am I insane? No. That sounds hilarious. That sounds like a lot of fun. Yes, absolutely something like that could be done, I'm sure. I'm absolutely sure something like that could be done. So the way that it works in Civ 7 is that on an age transition, all of your cities go back to being towns. Except your capital, which will always remain a city in the next age. Any new capital you switch to, so if you switch capital, then you will have two cities, because you'll have your old one and your new one. And then any other city you've made, if you have the Golden Age Legacy card. There is no limit on how many cities you can have, but there is kind of like a soft cap, because they get increasingly expensive. So at some point you will just stop buying them, because it's like, I can't afford this anymore, this is silly.
New Ko-fi subscription from Hoopoobies.
Oh dear, that's a great name. Thank you very much for subscribing on Ko-fi. That's very sweet of you. With a very funny name. Fair play. Fair play. That's really good. Do you think there will be a debug mode like there is in Civ 6? I could not tell you if there is actually, but I wouldn't be surprised if there was. Where we're going, soft caps don't exist. Exactly. You get it. You get it. There is no soft cap where we're going. We are the soft cap. Right. What's good in this city? It's growing. It is growing. Slowly. But it is growing. The tiles in it are much worse. We can afford to get some of the stuff in here that we haven't got. We're up to 147 population at the moment. It says 147. This is 149. Where's the discrepancy? 70, 113, 149. Why does that... Oh, don't trust that. Trust this number at the top. Is this live has been caught lacking? I know. Look, they're doing their own thing, okay? And we have to respect that. We have to respect that. That's fine. Keep rocking the industrial zones. Do they still keep the urban buildings when they turn back into towns? They do to an extent. They do to an extent. So, the big difference is effectively warehouse buildings like granaries and sawmills and that sort of stuff. They will stay because they are ageless. So anything ageless stays and it will remain in a town, yes. Other buildings will go across, but they will lose their benefits because they are effectively obsolete. So you overbuild them. So towns will have stuff, but it won't necessarily all be there usefully. It might be, but he probably won't. Have I unlocked sewers yet? No, but I almost have. Oh, I'm only like 6 turns off. Only 6 turns off the end, you know? Just gonna make them more effective. We've got a knight. Excellent. Pop count takes a turn, roll over to property calculate. Yeah, okay. That's fair. We can all come to this conclusion ourselves when we see it. I'm pretty happy with the pop count, to be honest. We've done a pretty good job. Sounds like the AI is marginally better, which is good. I'm hoping they continue to improve that specifically post-launch. There's always room for improvement. It doesn't matter how good a game is. Even Civ 6 has tons of room for improvement, and it's an amazing game. You have to remember that. There's always room for improvement, and there will be patches, there will be DLC, there will be mods, there will be all kinds of stuff that will come in and mess everything around. And the game will be better for it. Right now, though, it's playing well. I'm pleased to confirm that it is playing very nicely indeed. And I'm having a lot of fun. And after all, isn't that the most important thing? That Ursa has fun? None of what, you know, oh, the audience wants a good game. Nah. What does Ursa want? Ursa wants to have fun. That's the most important thing. Let's not forget that. Out of the Civs I've played, says Cameron Sharp, so far in Civ 7, which has been my favourite? Oh, good question. I like the 2 early Chinas. I like, what is it? Ming China and Han China. Because you can build versions of the Great Wall. And building really long Great Walls is my absolute favourite thing to do. I love it. It's so much fun. So much fun. So I plan on having some silly games with that at some point. It's a lot of fun. Is it easy to plan for overbuilding in the context of not being able to select which building you overbuild? Yes. The mechanic that I need to check, actually, is to what extent overbuilding certain buildings makes a difference. Like, is there a difference in yield? Or is it effectively the same thing? But it just is, it's whichever is the first building gets built over first, is the short answer of that. Oh, we get a new vampire castle. Nice. Where's my vampire castle going to go? Somewhere like this. Somewhere in the middle. There. Oh, fun. Question. Speaking of the Great Wall, how exactly do they work in the context of 2 buildings per urban district and whatnot? So, right. Urban districts have 2 buildings. Urban districts have 2 buildings. So if you put 2 buildings in an urban district, it becomes a quarter. No population lost. That's fine. That's fine. The Great Wall is not an urban district. It is a rural district. So it goes over the top of a farm or a pasture or a wood mill or something like that. Whatever the yield was underneath it is kept. And then more yield is stacked on top. So if you imagine a wall would have 2 culture, 2 science, and I popped it on that tile, the tile would still have 12 food and 10 production, but it would also have 2 science and 2 culture. So it remains a rural tile. It is, I mean, it's one of the most fun things. It's really cool, the Great Wall. I think I might have to have a silly run with it coming up soon. Wow. A warrior army. That is true AI. That is true AI right there. I would make them proud. How do I choose where the Great Wall goes without builders? Because I get to pick which tile it goes down on. So, like, it can only go on an improved rural tile. So I have to put the farms down and then I build on top of it. So it is all picked, but there's no builders. It just happens in the build queue of the city rather than on a builder level. It's quite easy. Right, and bam. Look at that! Oh! That is a yield. 90 food and 75 production on one castle. Oh! It's pretty big. It's by far the biggest castle we've had so far. Oh, and we've just run out of housing. Oh no! Quick! Put this down. House me. House me quickly, please. We gotta hit 100 food. I needed more fires. If I'd set more fires, then maybe. But, I mean, we're currently at... 51. But I'm losing so much here from housing. But yeah, there's a lot of food coming in here. Alex Frost has it. The happiness is just about holding. We have housing. We have housing. One of the shopping mall broke. Let's fix that quickly. We have housing. Pretty sure my yields have already won you the X-Play Science Legacy path. Yeah. If I had yields like that, it certainly would have done. Nice. Nice reference. Look at that. You made a Civ 7 joke and you've not even played it. Full points. Full points from me. Well done. Suffrage. Okay, now we can go democracy. And we can just move some stuff around. We can put New Deal in, which is the most important one. Military research is fine. None of this really matters. So we'll put Raj in. Then Monarchic Legacy. I believe that is all we need to do. And we should have... Yeah. Fine, fine, fine. All looks good. 1 turn of democracy. Hey, sometimes 1 turn of democracy is all you need. In this case, it was not. Oh, no, my capital's growing. You're not. You're not either. Never mind. Oh, I realised I could have had this on food focus the whole time. Whoops. It would have only made a difference in Is This Live, but that is quite funny. Whoopsie. 2 turns left. Doesn't miss end at 200. Yeah. We've only got a couple turns left now. I'm not going to get to professional sports, which is a shame because I think that actually would have helped. Can I chop bananas on the final turn? Yeah, probably, but I don't think I've left myself enough time. I think this is good. I'd rather just keep things solid for now. Oh, for a second I thought a fire had started on the last turn. That would have been brutal. Anyway, that, because I don't think there's anything I can chop out, as far as I'm aware. Yeah, if I'd got my builder down there, maybe. But that is my submission, which we will keep. There you go. 4-city submission. 156. Oh, I feel that's pretty good. I don't know how that stacks up, to be absolutely honest with you. I haven't seen the scoreboard yet, but 156, that's pretty good. That is 39 population on average in each city. That's not bad. For my first go, for my winging it go, as I've had my brain in Civ 7, I've lost all my Civ 6 abilities. That's not bad. I'm happy with that. Has anyone here done the 4-city challenge in chat? Anyone else done it? How many people is one pop? Hang on, I'll probably tell you. Oh, a lot. $63 million, 42 million, 5 million, 26 million. So it's 31, 73, 136. 136 million people in 1390 AD. Wow, that's pretty good. 63 million pop city would actually be. That's only twice of Tokyo. That's only twice Tokyo. That's not that's not unheard of. Tokyo probably won't hit that, but perhaps a city in Indonesia might at some point. I don't know. Maybe. You had 146. Ooh. All right, Zach. So I've done okay. I've done okay. You're doing 4 city challenges Brazil right now. Oh, you'll have to let me know whether or not Brazil or Inca was the better choice. Because I think Inca with the extra food on the internal routes was good, but maybe it wasn't. Java the island has 146 million. Yeah. Yes, a lot. 63 is the population of the metro area of Guangzhou and Hong Kong. Yeah, fair play. I did, but I got wrecked mid-game by Category 5 Hurricane, and I'm trying again. Oh, you got to roll with it. You got to roll with it. Perhaps, maybe the tile yields will improve. Who knows? Maybe the tile yields will just improve. Maybe I could have done something with the faith. I feel like the faith I could have done something with. That was good. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that little run. Any more Civ 7 questions? Any more Civ 7 questions? Throw them at me. Question. Is a unique improvement that builds on top of a rural improvement, making it a district or still rural? It remains still rural. So it's still a rural improvement. It's just a unique rural improvement that has effectively 2 layers of yields on it. So the yields on them can be ridiculous. Really, really big. They're very good. If you use a lot of rural districts, they can be a lot of fun. And I really do like the way they build up in towns. Towns really feel the benefit of them quite well. So that's quite good. Preserves to juice a vampire castle even higher. Yeah, possibly. Plus Rio isn't next to the Amazon like others. I don't know. Inca can work mountains. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we've had some pretty decent production and yields from these mountains the whole way, which has helped me get through the tech tree. So maybe that's helped. I don't know. Ursa, may I know your PC specs? I assume you mean pecs. I was like, my computer hasn't got pecs. And Civ 7 graphics settings. Civ 7, I'm just running on max. I'm running on ultra. But my... So... People always ask me this, and I have to go and search for it. Hang on. Let me get this. Whoa, that's bright. That's bright. No. Go down. I am running a AMD Ryzen 9 7950 16 core as a processor. I am running a graphics card of the... What did I get? Why is this never... I think it's a 4080? I think it's the 4080. I can't remember. 4080, yeah, Mark knows. I don't remember. And I've got 64 gigs of RAM. So I've got a pretty meaty spec. My spec is meaty. It's pretty chunkalicious, but I can obviously run Civ 7 on max and also film it in 2K at the same time. So, you know, it has to be pretty chunkalicious as things go. Is there any point in stockpiling golden influence before an age swap? Yeah, you get to take it with you. So if you can't use it one age, use it the next. Get a rush. What resource do you think is the best? Gold, diplomacy, or something else? So far, I have figured out that if you have a lot of one thing, you can do really good things with it. So if you have a lot of production, you have unlimited army. If you have a lot of gold, you have unlimited buildings and army. If you have a lot of influence, you can just mess people around. But the most important thing is to not miss out on any of them. Because if you run out of one of those resources, it's really painful. If you've got no production, or gold, or influence, you find yourself really handicapped. So it's more of a case of trying to make sure that you don't miss anything. That's the important one. That's the really, really important one. Question, do you think an 8K war monitor would do Civ 7 justice? I may have to rent out my local classroom to play. That's ridiculous and I love it. I think Civ 7 goes to 4K. I might be wrong, but I think it goes 4K as the highest. So as long as it would upscale nicely, that's fine. But an 8K monitor is ridiculous, even if it is in a local classroom. Oh, enjoy your football, Zach. Thanks so much. Does Civ 7 has marathon length? Yes, it does. Civ 7 does have marathon length. It is regular marathon speed, which I think is triple. This was good. I feel like we need to do a little spicy something extra. Something extra we can do on stream before I go. Because we're only here for about 2 hours. I feel like I want to do a little bit more. 156 is the final tally. It was, yes. Enjoy the rest of the stream. Will I be missing out if I only got deluxe? I don't think so. We were saying this before, whether or not we think the component parts of the Founders and Deluxe editions would be available later. And I think they probably will be. You just might have to wait some time. But, yeah, it should be good. What should we do? What should we do? Is Spiff correct about Harriet Tubman being OP? A lot of them are OP. If everyone's OP, is anyone OP? Where was? It was like a speed mode mod. I don't remember if I've still got it downloaded. What was it called? We used it in a game where I sped the game up beyond quick speed, online speed, and it was really funny. I don't remember if we've got it still. Is it like Blitz or something? I might not have it anymore. I tell you what I will do, though. I tell you what we could do. We could put that on, and then put this on. So chat, you're going to be letting on a secret, right? Everyone watching right now, you know that I've done my submission. My One City Challenge and my Four City Challenge scores have been registered already. It's already been registered. However, other people don't need to know that. No one else needs to know that. Anyone else walking in, just pretend like this is my actual game, okay? Pretend like this is my genuine attempt. So true start location. Yes, 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 yes. No, yes. Apocalypse mode I put on. Bum, 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 bum. I won't keep those two on. Who should we play? We need to play somebody that's fun. You'll do. Sid Meier difficulty. Da, 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 da. Alright. This'll do. Okay. More questions. More Civ 7 questions. I'm having a blast watching Civ 7 videos, but I'm really excited to play 7 sub-optimally, like just picking the vibes and then in the game instead of worrying about what's good or not. That's how most people play Civ, to be honest. I honestly think that I played suboptimally for quite some time before I started really thinking about it. And the only reason I'm thinking about how to play properly is because I'm a streamer. I'm a YouTuber, which means I have to play well, otherwise people judge me. I love playing suboptimally. I like my challenge games. I like when I play really weirdly. Like right now, all I want to do is play a game where I have endless wall. Haha! Here we go. So today we're going to be doing our population challenge. Let's see what happens, eh? Yes. 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 Right. Off you all go. I don't want to see any of you ever again. I don't know why you can't optimize. Fair play. So, we'll start with a couple of scouts and we'll see if we can go from there. Question, can you put a rural district over an outage district? Do you mean like an outdated district? Yes, anything outdated can be overbuilt. Doesn't matter what it is. So unfortunate that Khmer starts on that tile because it's such a great aqueduct for the extra food on the rice tiles. I know. I know, isn't it? I mean, look, you can change it. I choose to not change my TSL because I'm weird like that, but you don't have to. Do what you want. Okay. So many units running around, it's really funny. Oh dear. Have I ever played with the Stack-Attacker mod? No, I haven't. What is that? What does it do? Never even heard of it. Never even heard of it. Okay, let's go to Monument now. Already up to nice 6 food. 6 science, I should say. 6 food? What am I talking about? I don't know. Oh, Everest up there. How nice. Stack-Attacker is a Pokemon, so I'm confused. You can put as many units on one tile as you please. That sounds awful. That sounds absolutely awful. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Oh dear. I really can't move anywhere and it's hilarious. So much going on. I'm going to just go and move up to Everest. Go and wait there for a second. Can I explain the migrant unit? Yes. So a migrant unit is a really new and interesting civilian unit. If you move it onto any one of your settlements and then use it there, you can immediately put down an extra urban population. Sorry, rural population, I should say. So it's basically a 3 population that can move around the map. So wherever you use it, like a great person, it just dumps extra population there. So it's really, really interesting. I really like it. I find it very, very fun. Very fun indeed. Get back down. Hi, Captain Waffles. How you doing? So migrant units can't be used on urban tiles. They have to just be used on rural tiles, which I found very confusing for a while. But effectively, they're 3 population, and I think there are some fun synergies with it as well. I think, is it Harriet Tubman has a memento for it, which is quite good, where you can generate them when you spy on people, which is quite funny. Let's go for Void Singers. Harriet Tubman. Oh, right. Okay, there you go. You've just said it. Has spawns a migrant after special espionage missions to Zuko. Yeah, really good. Question, is there a limit on how many troops you can put on a commander? Well, yes and no. So it's quite interesting that there is a limit as to how many they can carry as you march around the map, which is 4, but then you can promote them to give them 6. However, you can also do the thing where you reinforce units onto them. There seems to be no limit to that. So you can actually have tons and tons and tons of units on a commander, as long as you send them across the map. So I don't know if that's deliberate, but it is funny. It certainly is funny. I'm actually thinking of waiting until I can put the holy site on that, because that's 7 plus 7. So we'll go for bronze working quickly just to generate this as fast as we can. We'll go for this. Nicely up to 10 culture already, which is quite good. And we'll go for urban planning now with some discipline. It's all good. Did buying buildings in your Isabella game from yesterday's video increase the town's population? Yes, it does. It looked like you settled at 3 pop, bought some buildings, and then the same time were 8 pop. Yeah. So you're basically, your settlements, the way to think about it is that settlements have 2 populations. They have the rural population, which is improved by food, and then the urban population, which is improved by the number of buildings. So the population number on a city now simply refers to how many buildings and tiles are being worked. It does not refer to how much food the settlement has had. The thing to remember as well is that the rural population has no effect on the urban and vice versa. So if you are on 2 population and you buy 5 buildings, you still need the same food to get to the next population, even though you're now on 7 pop. So there's no optimizing it between like, oh, I can't buy this because if I do, then that'll be really annoying because I've got to wait more time on the population. It doesn't work like that. It's just quite nicely simple. He says simple. Does that make sense? I feel like that makes sense. Just a casual 10, lovely 10 faith per turn coming in already. 12 across my empire. Very nice. Bam. Just insisting on working that tile, sure. So it's all settlements, even cities. So buying in city, buildings in cities increases pop. It does, yeah. It's an arbitrary number. It doesn't really do anything. Because there are no population yields as far as I'm aware. Not that I've seen anyway. So you can have as much pop as you want, and you can have as many buildings as you want, and that number can go as high. It doesn't actually change anything. It's strange. River Goddess. Nice. Yes. And we'll go down here. Are migrants US specific, or does everyone get them? Everyone gets them. There are some civilizations that get effective bonuses towards them, or produce more of them, but they are a universal resource that anyone can have. Honored to meet you. Love to somebody hospitality. Yay! Da, 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 da. Off we go. Over to Korea. Not that all of my units would just rapidly and unexpectedly head in this direction. Be amazing if, when they get Australia in 7, as they have convict units to replace migrant. You know what? Something tells me that I don't think they will. I think that might be one of those things that sounds really good in your head, and then you realize that it's not going to happen. Oh dear. Some of your ideas, you lot. Dear oh dear. Settlers don't remove pop anymore. No, they don't. You don't lose a population. There's no mechanism to permanently lose population anymore. And the reason for that is that population just equals the number of tiles that you're working. So if you could remove tiles like that, it would really confuse everything. So they just have taken it out a bit, as far as I'm aware. Alright. Just going to chop that out in a second. Foreign trade! I can get myself a trade route now. Yay! It's mad exciting. My trade route's like, oh, bit of gold. It's nice, that'll do. How do disasters affect tiles? Interesting question. Disasters will pillage tiles, which will mean that temporarily you will lose population because you've lost the working tile. However, when you fix the tile, the population comes back. So population loss from disasters is now not permanent. It will revert and come back. Some holy set prayers going. So it is, yeah, it is like necromancy in a sort of funny way. That's absolutely true. That's a very funny way of looking at it. Yeah, it's just troops don't vanish forever. Right. I wish you wouldn't stand on that tile of all tiles. That's very annoying. Disasters do still give lots of yields on tiles though, so that's quite fun. You can get some really meaty yields from them still. Okay. That's how you go now. Thank you. Sounds less like population and more like city size. Yeah. Population still exists in terms of like... What do you call it? It still exists in terms of food growth. So the more population your cities get from food growth, the harder it is to then grow the next one. So population becomes more and more tricky to get. It's just that it's not the whole story anymore. There is another way of getting population. That's just having buildings. It's kind of like a bit of everything. I saw disaster yields don't transfer over to the next era. Did they not? That's actually news for me. I didn't know that. That is a shame. Oh. Boo. The best bit about disaster yields is the way they transfer over. Haha. Look. I'm just settling so quickly. I'm just so good at the game. I'm just so good. It's crazy how good I am at this game. Wow. If only everyone else could keep up with me. If only. Oh well. What you gonna do? Saw some insane yields on another YouTuber's video vanish. Oh no! Who have people been enjoying watching? This is one for me. Who's been making good Civ 7 content? People I wouldn't know about. Like I know Bose, I know Potato, I know all the regular ones. Who else has had it that like I haven't seen that would be good? Delegation is most welcome, yes. Van Bradley. I know Van Bradley. Van Bradley is great. Van Bradley's a load of fun. You know what? I'm just gonna go take that city because I can. Not because I need it, because I can. That's the worst bet. That's what makes me a horrible person. Mazabir. Yeah, I like Mazabir. Mazabir's good. Do I know of many other creators who've had early access? I know quite a few, yes. We all chat. We have our ways. There's like we have a little community. I'll put it that way. Don't know. There's a guy called Ursa Ryan. He makes a video here and there. I wish Ursa Ryan would make more videos. Wouldn't that be cool if he could make more? Blimey. You can see like more content rather than just little bits here and there. That would be fun. Alas. Too busy drawing. I haven't done my drawing for tonight. I need to go and do that after this. Ugh. Drawing will always creep up on you when you least expect it. Right. It's a Kabul that needs the road. Yeah. Can I trade this from my capital? I can. Done. Some twins. Who else have we got? Cleo 8. Yes, I saw. Daily Civ 7 News. Did Daily Civ 7 News get it? Oh, amazing. That's cool. One more turn. Interesting. Oh, they have an Age of Empires channel. Oh, that is interesting. I was wondering where they'd come from. Many a true nerd? Huh. Interesting. This map doesn't really have many floodplains, no. That's just the True Star Earth map. It's a bit lacking in that sort of thing. Never mind. What can you do? So could you draw Pachacuti standing over his 146 million pop city? I wonder how big that would be. If you actually had a city of that population size, how big would it have to be? Quite big, I would assume. In terms of space. Well, you can stand around this city all you like. I'm gonna get you. Or I'm just gonna go and annoy Korea and stand by her. In fact, I'm just going to move around her. Oh, he says attacking. Never mind. Get her to attack me. Miniature Nerd does a variety of stuff. It isn't hardcore Civ play, but he does love the game and plays very well. Nice. Are there scenarios in Civ 7? And not that I've seen yet, but maybe there will be. It's still very early days and a lot of that sort of stuff. Okay, we don't need any of that stuff. That's all fine. You could have made one of those mega towers from Judge Dredd. Yeah. Any other questions on Civ 7? Come on. You got some in you, I know. You can manage some. There are questions buried in there that want to come out. Bam. Gold. I need them to attack me. Yep, like that. Fine. That's annoying. Never mind. Basically, I'm going to get them to attack me with my huge, huge warrior army as I bring the twins over. What's my plan of videos before game release? We got a couple of bits and pieces here and there. I plan effectively on releasing as much as I can whenever I can. It sounds like a crude plan, but that's kind of it. That's kind of the plan. Just like, do you want to make content? Yes. The answer is yes. And so we shall, as best we can. That is the overall aim. Have I tried controller controls? No, I haven't. I have never even tried the Civ 6 controller controls. I've never played Civ 6 on anything other than PC. PC Master Race all the way. That's just how I am. I'm sorry. Sorry. I don't mean to offend, but I also kind of do. Can I explain what happens at the end of an age, especially the effects on ongoing wars? It kind of acts as a reset, a temporary reset in the game. So all of your wars end, kind of a lot of the diplomacy ends. It's very much a bit of a reset. Your cities become towns, a lot of your yields reset. You have to look at it as like a break. It feels a little bit more like a board game, I would say. A board game where you've got phases of the game. So it very much better. I'm going to do a whole video on like the true the true effects of it. It's a bit complicated, but it's a lot of fun. Yeah. Let's go Crusade. Yeah. So the reason I went Feed the World is it's a pop challenge, and I am legitimately trying to get some pop. Pop, 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 pop. I'm just annoying Korea. I don't really plan on getting too much from her. My plan is just basically to steal what I can. So if you have a war going on and you change era, does the war end? Yes, it does. It does end. So you have to plan for it. But you also know that the AI, also, if it declares war on you, the war ends as well. So it's not just one way. It's both ways. So you can plan for it. All you have to do is hold until the end of the age, and then you've got a bit of peace. Which is really interesting. It adds a whole different mechanic in that we've never really seen before. $146 million people dividing, taking the average city density as 27,600 people per square mile would become... That's a lot of square miles. Wow. Oh, look at that. We tanked it like a pro. And now we got battle cry. Just being awkward. Just being awkward. Until Crusade arrives. Then we might be angrier. How much do we forward settle Russia here? I might get back on myself a little. See if there's a river. I got to settle near rivers. That's the only problem with Khmer. This'll do. We'll do this. Will I be watching the 30th of January livestream with us? I plan to. Yeah, that'd be good fun. That'd be a lot of fun. Let's do that. I was thinking about streaming on that night. I think that'd be a good idea. You don't need to be doing that anymore. Get Hanging Gardens. Hey, Nano. A fifth city. I know. This is my population challenge, Nano. Nothing suspicious about this whatsoever. This is a perfectly normal, perfectly lovely population challenge. It's really good. Yeah, on Civ Main as well. I'm playing on Civ Main difficulty, so it's actually twice as difficult as normal. Don't you know? Twice as difficult. Could you imagine? Could you imagine playing a game so hard? I mean, I'm just surviving. Just doing what I can, you know, as best I can. What's my favorite memento? Ooh, I really like the one that gives you crazy scouting. Like, it increases your scouting range by an obscene amount, and it's so much fun. It's really fun. I like that one. That one is one of my favorites. There's a massive lag between chat and what's on stream. Are you sure? Let's test this, because I think it might be you. In chat right now, can you type as quickly as you can? Type huzzah. Now, as quick as you can. Huzzah. Type as quick as you can. I want to see. Yeah. Now, you're like 2 or 3 seconds behind. I'm afraid it's just you. I'm afraid it's just you. Yeah. Because also you got to remember, it takes some people a little bit of time to type it as well. Like, it's not an instantaneous type. Ooh. Oh, that's a settler. Commercial breaks leaves you a second behind. Yeah, you might just need to press restart, refresh, restart, whatever. Himiko. Ooh. Ooh, she's good. She's really good. Alright, I'm just being attacked. I'm being denounced. Oh, what have I ever done? What did I do to deserve this? I don't know. Actually, do I change government? I think I do. Let's change government. Bum, 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 ba-ba-da-da-dum, bum, ba-da-da-da-dum. Right, like that. It's for me like that. I think it's most of the time it's on streams. Fair enough. How does the town feeding city system work? Okay, it's quite simple in its complexity, which doesn't really help. Basically, oh, Hercules, nice. Basically, towns are semi-cities. They're in the middle. All of your production from towns goes into gold rather than a build queue. And all of the food makes towns grow really quickly until you give them a focus. Once they get to population 7, you can give them a focus. Essentially, once a town has a focus, any city within range receives the food instead of it. If there are multiple cities in range, the food is split between them. So they act as food gathering mechanisms for your cities. And they are very, very effective at it. They're a lot of fun. The choice is, like, how many cities do I have and how many towns do I have? So how many ways is the food spread? Because it can be quite a lot. Did I get any iron? I actually don't know if I checked. Iron. Iron, iron, iron. Oh, we got loads of iron. Oh, nice. That's cool. I like the fact that people are still saying huzzah. That's either very unfortunate on their end or a bit of a troll. I can't quite tell. But you have my respect either way. Either for watching so far behind or for, you know, the humour involved. Let's grab some Source of Horse. Nice. Have I played a game with one city and the rest all towns? Is that a strat? Yeah, one city challenge. It has its a whole different meaning now. And Rome is particularly good at it. Because Rome has extra gold purchasing abilities in towns. And they get bonuses for having towns as well. So Rome is really, really good at it. It's a lot of fun. Huge amount of fun. Okay, we're almost at theology now. I should do a challenge where I can't build districts. Yeah. Oh, we've got plans. We've got plans and they're multiplying. And quite frankly, I'm losing control. Just so you know. Look at this, 55 culture on turn 22. It's not bad, really, is it? Not bad for a totally regular game. No, you would never troll. Come on. You would never troll. You're better than that. Guild trip. Oh, pyramids has been built. No. I was going to build pyramids. Mean. Oh, so expensive to incite. I always want to do that, but it's so expensive to do it. Does it limit snowballing? And if so, do you like it? What limit snowballing? Do you mean ages? Do you mean what you're referring to there? There are lots of things that could limit snowballing. Sorry, does this no district challenge include rural districts? I don't think you'd be able to. But I do like the idea of having like a no urban district challenge. That's quite good. That is quite good. You got me thinking now. There's Hanging Gardens. Heroes live longer. Growth is higher. Everything's better. Just everything. Just wow. Wow, why is it that everything is better here? I don't know. There's the twins as well. Haha. Here we go. So, we got loads of fun stuff happening here now. Should we get a devotion to Himiko? I think we should. Just for a little bit of extra combat strength. Get that shrine in. This is the population challenge. Yeah, exactly. The No Bourbon District challenge. Can we build canals between navigable rivers and oceans? I haven't seen a canal district yet. I keep saying yet because I feel a lot of these ideas would be very easily put into the game. You know? Very easily put in. So I don't want to say never, but I haven't seen them yet, no. I'm going to pop in general points now. Got a lot of faith per turn. Almost 100 faith coming in. Look at that. Excellent. Can we build canals between rivers? Yeah, they are. They're saving that for the Netherlands DLC. We might have to wait on that one. Do you believe Rome should be the first Civ to use and to learn to play the game, or is there a better option? If you want to learn to use towns really well, I would recommend Rome quite considerably. If you want to learn to use specialists really well, I would recommend playing Confucius and China. Both are good options, but both have very different learning curves for you. Oh, I'm just using the terrain, the hills, the rivers. I can sit in their land and take no damage, and I'm just waiting until I get Crusade in. Once I get Crusade, this whole thing is going to come falling down very quickly. I know, you can't wait to binge my videos, trust me. There's going to be a lot of binging to do. There's going to be a lot of binging to do. I'm looking forward to it. Oh, it's a lot of faith, yes! Bam! We love to see it. Like that. Finally, the Netherlands gets the Gracht district instead of the polder for the 50th time. What's wrong with the polder? We both know the polder is a wonderful thing. The polder is perfection. And I won't hear anyone talk about it otherwise. I won't. I refuse. Polders is overrated, you grew up in one. I always got the impression the reality of the polder is it was kind of just a bit of a soggy field. Am I right? Is it basically just a bit of a damp field? Okay, it's Crusade time. 1 and a 2 and a 3. Yes. Yes. Fall to me, Mr. City. You know you want to. Yes. This is where it all comes tumbling down. Not for me. I'm in danger, they shout. And Ursa's like, I'm not in danger. Not me. Definitely not old Ursa. Can't wait. Can you make February 6th now, please? Almighty Ursa Bear. You want to rush across to that date, do you? Okay. Don't wish your time away. Maybe there's other stuff going on in life that's really exciting. Oh. Look at how many attacks I could tank now that I've got Crusade there. Isn't that just beautiful? Bam. Oh, I hate the fact that Twins doesn't steal the warrior. That's really unfortunate. Never mind. Now we can go for swordsman. Oh yes. Now is the time for swords. And now I'm going to be chomping you. Very good. Actually not far off. The ground is mostly clay and some requires continuous maintenance and pumping. That's really full. Stupid, highly anticipated games making our lives go fast. I know. Right, our religion will give us loyalty in this city. Korea, I may lose this city to loyalty at some point. I don't know. We'll see. But we don't need to worry about that too much right now. Oh, I need more iron. Why do I not have more iron? I don't know. And bam. Thank you. Let's just plonk you that. Let you fix. Move you across. Move you up. Oh, yes. Here we go. The army marches. And there's a settler there. Lovely. Capturing a city on turn 27. I know. I'm so opportunistic. I'm just such a good player of the game. I think that's what it must be. I think I'm just really good. Maybe it's that, or maybe it's my modesty. Maybe it's my absolute modesty, just, you know, appearing from nowhere. Himiko! Forward! +5 combat strength on all of my troops now. And the Prasat. Oh, the beautiful Prasat. It gives food. It gives faith. It gives culture. Is there anything it doesn't do? That's right. It doesn't pay your taxes. Alas. Everything else it does. Retreat. that's burning, and that's going to burn my way, I think. Pretty sure. What's my favorite modern age Civ? My favorite modern age Civ, I think, is one of the ones we're allowed to talk about. So, I quite like America. I think America's quite fun. It's got a good, seemingly mix of abilities, which is quite entertaining. What's the range on Himiko's action? Is she's 2 tiles away, isn't she? Yeah. God, I've been playing too much Civ 7. I've forgotten how great generals work. What is wrong with me? Oh no. It's finally happened. I've finally lost my mind to a new game. I never thought I'd ever get to the point where Civ would become a puzzling thing for me. And I feel like I've already hit that point, which is scary. Oh, dear. Have I noticed my playstyle changed because I haven't played Civ 7? Yeah. Yeah, the way I look at units is different. I've really had to give myself a crash course in it, and all of my unit movement is so weirdly wrong now. It's very odd. I can't really explain it. It's like I've learned something for so many years, and suddenly it's like out the window. Okay, no, that's all fine. Do I need to beat this first 6 civs to understand the plot of 7? I find that civs 4, 5, and 6 are better than civs 1, 2, and 3. That's my... Oh my god, that's my drawing for this evening. That's my drawing for this evening! You've given me the idea! Thank you! Nobody make that joke on Reddit until I've made it, okay? I've claimed it. I've claimed that joke. It's mine. Oh, dear.
New Ko-fi subscription from JB
Oh,
Genius.
thank you very much for the subscription. That's very kind of you. Supporting me on Ko-fi. I hope you enjoy the mess that is this channel and all of the things that are connected to it. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Right. Let's chop out that for some pop. There we go. Loads of pop. The only of the original Civ 4 before they added a bunch of CGI that wasn't there. Yes. Alright. That's really good. That's really, really good. That's made me properly chuckle. Oh, the fire's getting worse. But it's all rainforest fire and it doesn't spread, as we know. So it's all fine. Oh, we got 91 culture on turn 30. What do we reckon, people? Am I doing okay? 91 culture on turn 100, turn on 130? Just turn 30. I think we're doing okay. But let me know. Let me know what you think. I'm just really good. This is just pro play from Ursa. There's no reason for this whatsoever. I wouldn't think about it too hard if I were you. I wouldn't. I just accept that I'm just amazing at Civ 6. It's all the Civ 7 I've been playing. That's what it is. It's just from completely legitimate play. Imagine trying to take me on in a population challenge with skills like this. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Dear oh dear. Right, there's another city there. Bang. Thank you. Yoink. And we'll do just a little switcheroo so I can heal you out. There's no commanders to move your troops around on though, which is slightly unfortunate. No commanders. You're getting the both bonuses, that's fine. Somehow I feel like something fishy is going on. Nano. Nano, why have you never been trusting of me? What's wrong? I would never do anything suspicious or weird or cheeky. Nothing. This is a 100% legitimate run with a capital on turn 32 that's earning 52 faith. That's just normal. It's the Warlord's Throne. That's what it is. It's the Warlord's Throne. It's giving me all these bonuses. I'd love the heroes to come back in an expansion pack. I'd never say never. I feel like they're going down a much more realistic avenue with this game. But I don't think necessarily that's forever. I think they will be tempted back into the realms of fantasy when they realize how much fun people had with certain aspects. It's just about making sure that you pick the right aspects of the game, I think. That's the important thing. As long as you can pick the things that really worked. Well, I just got an ad for Civ 7 during the stream. What a waste of ad money. I know, ads are funny. Ads are so funny like that. It's like, you realize that I am the target audience here. You don't need to advertise it to me. I get adverts for Civ 7. That's the ridiculous thing. I have the game. I own it. It's in my Steam account. Yet here we are, being advertised to. It's so funny. It's like, why? Okay. Is renaming things possible in Civ 7? At the moment, no. It is not. But I have been assured that that is something that is being looked at. So I imagine that won't take long. But I think renaming wasn't possible in Civ 6 for quite some time, was it? That was added in later. Pretty sure, anyway. Might be wrong. I'm sometimes wrong. I'm sometimes known to be wrong. Sometimes. Don't forget that warrior next to the fire. He's fine. He's chilling. Look, it's a forest. And that's a rainforest. The fires don't spread. It's cool. That's how it works in real life. What a ridiculous game Civ is sometimes. Oh dear. Gotta look up an Ursa VOD from 2016, see if he renamed a city something cheeky. I don't think I was quite that cheeky back then. I used to play quite straight-laced. I was not a cheeky chap. I was very, very honest and sincere and normal. Probably. Let's move you back. Steal you. Haha. I don't leave him there for like years. He's on the defense. That's what I'll call it. The maps in Civ 7 seem rather small. Do they feel small? No, they feel absolutely massive once the game goes through. I think they haven't given the full range of map sizes yet. That is my guess. I guess that purely because they're still called small and standard, which would be weird if there was never going to be anything bigger. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just feel like bigger ones are going to appear at some point. Let's just get one scientist so I can get that boost. Did they give me access to the modern era? I've played full games. Yeah, I've played the modern era. I've seen it all. I've won it all. I've won it all, man. I won it all. There's nothing I haven't won. Except life. Except that sweet thing called life. Let's pump the numbers up. Okay, if I can get that swordsman in, I think we'll be laughing. Why did I move the Great General there? That was a silly thing to do. That's what I mean. Just little things like that. The order in which you click units is different in Civ 7. So I'm just learning. Seems challenging because the exploration area mechanics of the big maps. Yeah, they get bigger. They get a lot bigger. That's the main thing to remember.
New donation from Uncivil Engineer 3. Ouch. My eyes. The cartoonishness of it all. Playing Civilization 6 in 2025 is a choice, Ursa. Why are you subjecting these poor people to such out-of-date content?
I'm so sorry. What can I say? Thank you very much for the donation, Uncivil Engineer. It's good to see you. I'm just a horrible person. I'm just a horrible, horrible person. I think that's what it is. I don't know if there's any other explanation for it. I'm just awful. I just subject this version of Civ on people for no reason. No reason at all. It's not that I can't show people Civ 7. It's not that it's not allowed. It's just that I'm horrible. That's a thing to remember. Other percent. Done. Let's get the aqueduct done now. Yay! Yay for aqueducts! Aqueducts everywhere! What could go wrong? Nothing. Nothing could go wrong. I love the fact this is still my starting army. I mean, I never started with an army. That's not how Civ works. I know 109 out of 25 era score. Do you reckon that's good for turn 35? I think it's pretty good. That type of what are you referring to? Nano. Come on. Come on. What could you possibly be referring to? I don't know. I don't know. Aha, I'm pulling the galleys away. Right. There we go. I've reminded them that there's a threat elsewhere, which is unfortunate, considering the fact that this is the turn my swordsman can come through. Oh, that is unfortunate. 1, 2, and then 3. Oh, they almost regretted that fully. Don't take your galley out of the city. That's a bad idea. That's a very bad idea. Do you reckon 51 production in my capital is enough? I don't know. I'm not sure. How many turns until the end of the age? 5 turns. Alright. We've got feudalism. Feudalism by classical age. It's not bad, really. I've had worse games. Put it that way. Maybe should we go for the commercial hub meta? No. Campuses. I'm building campuses. I feel like my economy's pretty good. I don't know why. I just do. How often do the Civ transitions make sense, for lack of a better term? So, some videos where Axum goes to Trani. I'm wondering how often that happens. It's mainly based on the leader, I think. But often, yeah, there's like a very normal set path. It seems pretty logical for the most part. It's not always logical. Sometimes you do see Napoleon with like Mississippi or something, but broadly speaking, it's quite sensible. Bam. It's mine. It's mine. Alright, how many cities have you got left? Not many, hopefully. I just need more iron. Why do I never have any iron? What's with me? What's with that? Why do I not have any missionaries now? I can always get more production. I feel like I need more production. Sell this quickly. Oh, you know what will help? Dom rays. Yes, now I remember. Now I remember the elephants. The elephants with cannons. Or massive crossbows or whatever they are. Oh, good times. Good times. That'll make me smile. Ballistae. Yes. They're elephant cannons. We all know it. Right, monarchy. Bam. Which means I can go feudal contract and discipline. Scripture, urban planning, oligarchic legacy needs to stay in. Urban planning will come out. We'll put in... Actually, no, new age. We'll put something in and then we'll go... Bam. Because we're only 3 turns off monumentality. Okay, start attacking. So anyway, then I started chopping. And then this was a man-at-arms. We all got excited. Now we've got divine right. We'll go towards mercenaries. We'll pick up the Grandmaster's Chapel for no reason whatsoever.
New donation from Uncivil Engineer 3. Also glad to see in the video last night that our favorite religious belief tithe no text to voice guy it's pronounced teeth made it to Civilization 7. Please tell me civil engineering also made the cut. Okay, I am off before this old game makes my eyes bleed.
I mean, if they hadn't put teeth in, that would have been horrible. Why? Why would you not have done? Thank you so much for the donation. Thank you, Uncivil Engineer. That's very, very sweet of you. I know. They've got a lot of the good ones. There's no Crusade, though. There's no Crusade, which I think is really unfortunate. Because I used to love Crusade. I still love Crusade. Crusade is my first love, I would say. I would go so far as to be bold enough to say that Crusade is my first love. My first true love. Bam. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. I've now got... Oh, a library. We've got a library. Oh, Korea, you really shouldn't have. Seriously. You really, really shouldn't have. Now I am terrifying. It's only turned 39, by the way, and I'm on 49 population. So it's important that you make sure you have more population than turn by about turn 40. Just as a, you know, a little one. A little one for you there. Just to know what sort of level you need to be at to compete with me. The modest Ursa. Bullshit with my wife present, yeah. Look, it's fine. Sleepy will understand. Probably. Now let's get some industrial zones down. Because I feel like I didn't have enough production before. Probably should have put it down on these rubbish tiles, shouldn't I? Never mind. I've always found this bit really clashing. The 2 food next to an aqueduct, but then industrial zones want to replace it immediately. That's always been really annoying. Okay. I reckon Hong Kong now. Bam. Got our first industry. Each civilization has a thematic wonder, right? Are there any unaffiliated wonders? Yes, there are. So not every wonder is affiliated with a civ. But I imagine the exciting thing is that every time a civ is brought in, there'll be more wonders put into the game. So we should see some, like, crazy levels of wonders in this game. I would hope. Hey, hello. You haven't seen anything. Nobody called Korea was here. At any point, I'll have you know. It's all lies. Oh, hello. Oh, that just knocked it right down to the ground. It's not on. Don't do that. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Right. Where are you? Serfdom. In you go. Put up. Builder. Well, monumentality in a sec. What is a career? I don't know. I don't know what career is. People keep shouting at me. As if it's like something I should be aware of, but I've never noticed. What is a Russia? That's my other question. Have you ever heard of a Russia? I haven't. Pretty sure it doesn't exist. I'm pretty sure it's a lie that Paul made up. Right, let's go grab some envoys quickly. Hattusa will do, yes. Northern Khmer, yeah. It's true. Great library. I never built great library. Oh, this is cool. Let's build great library. Why not? I tell you what, as a small thing that Civ 7 does do, is it clears all your notifications every turn. So you don't end up with this if you forget to do it. Because I can never be bothered to... I need the information up. Like, I want to see what I've missed at a later point. I can't put it down there, can I? No. Still salty that Carhenge has never been a wonder. What's more wonders than a replica of Stonehenge made of broken down cars? I have never seen that, but I feel like I am the one that's missing out in life from not seeing that. Like, that's 100% my problem. I truly feel that. I need to see that now. I don't think I've ever built Great Library. No, I so rarely build it because the AI is so quick at it. And it's just not something I prioritize. I realize in Civ 6, and this is weird to say as I'm sort of, you know, we're coming to the end of the life on it. I very, very rarely build wonders in Civ 6. It's not a thing that I particularly do. I'm much more about economy. Bam. Everyone's in a golden age. If everyone's in a golden age, does it even count? I don't even know. Alright, urban planning. Don't need you anymore. Monumentality. Bam. And now. How many turns until Grandmaster's Chapel? Not enough. Let's do our usual dance. Builder. And then... What? There's no unit here. What are you talking about? There you go. Turn. And then... Bam. And then... Bam. You get the idea, don't you? We've been saving up for this. Bam. We didn't need to save quite that long, but we were saving up for it. Bam. And bam. And bam. Nice. You've never seen Carhenge? I've been told it's glorious. I've never seen Carhenge. I don't know what Carhenge is. It could be made up for all I know. Okay, Sprawling Empire, 1041. If you're not getting Sprawling Empire on 1031, I mean, what are you even doing? What are you even doing? I don't know. Just nonsense. Craziness. Okay, Celestial Navigation. We'll go for an Aqueduct. Fix the Holy Site. Do all natural wonders have a Civ-wide bonus? No. Not in Civ 7, no. It's very much like the Civ 6. I think Civ-wide wonders is something that I introduced with a mod. Like, typically that's not how it works. Well, very rarely is, anyway. That is a sort of an exception rather than the rule sort of thing. Terra Mirabilis, yeah, that's it. That's it. Okay, it must be so close now to Grandmaster Chapel being done. I need you to finish quickly. Please. And now we're going to start improving tiles, including lovely Niter mines. Oh, hell yeah. Production everywhere. Beautiful. Start putting roads down. Make sure we get all the strategics finished. Do I only stream on YouTube at the moment? But that is on me to fix. I mean to stream on Twitch as well. But I just haven't yet. But that's on me to fix, you know? Given what you know of leader bonuses and personalities, what would be the Civ 7 bonuses of leader Ursa Ryan? That's something that you have to help me with, chat. I can't give myself the bonuses. I have to be... That's too much of an ego. You'll have to... help me with that one. What would be a good Ursa bonus? I mean, America's kind of got a thing on railways at the moment, but that was always my thing. I'd like to point out that I was always the railway guy, not America. So, you know, like give that back a bit. Why don't you? Don't try and steal that from me. Thank you very much. I feel like I am, yeah, definitely. It's hard to do multi-platform streams because if you want to be a Twitch affiliate, you cannot stream on any other platform unless you have a special agreement. I will chat about this off camera, Nano, because I'm intrigued by that, but I know a lot of people do it. I think they may have changed their position, or at least they softened their position on that. I don't know if that's still the thing. Something railroad related? Yeah. I think so. It would have to be, so I'd have to have like modern bonuses, but then that's more Byzantium, isn't it? What would the leader bonuses be? That's the question. What would the leader bonuses be? If Byzantium was the modern age Civ, which of course it would be, heir to the throne of Rome, the true contender of the Roman throne in the world. Yeah. What else? You can stream on other platforms. They changed it. Yeah, the thing is that there's always like public facing rules and then private facing rules. So I'm not saying that it couldn't be true. I'm just like, we'll have that chat off camera because I think it's complicated is the answer. But I think it is possible because a lot of people do it. 2 times spawn of Barb Horseman. If access to weak prisoners. Oh yeah, crisps. Crisps is a luxury resource. Absolutely. There we go. That's it. That's done. We have it. We have the answer. It's crisps. It always has been crisps. Always will be. Right, let's just get all the great works in now. Why not? Sometimes you have to ask yourself, why not? Why not get everything in? Bam. Yields. Yields. Oh. Beautiful, beautiful yields everywhere. Are buildings... All buildings are ageless as leader bonus. Yeah. So it would be broken, but it wouldn't be. The problem is that you wouldn't be able to replace any of your buildings with the newer counterparts. And the newer counterparts are all better. That's the thing. You want to replace your buildings. They are better replaced. So weirdly, that would actually be a bit of a nerf. It doesn't sound like it would be, but I think it would genuinely be a bit of a nerf if you did that. Interesting, though. You're not going to miss governors. I think governors, honestly, are one of the best things in Civ. My problem with governors was that I don't think they added enough. Or variety. I think if governors had been fleshed out, they could be really cool. But, yeah. Ouch. Oh, big one. I hate the fact as well you can't fix the damage by buying it in the city. That's a Civ 7 thing. That's very handy. Alas, we cannot. We have to just move our troops around and re-put some stuff over. And fix it all. Please. Don't die. Be my friend. Is there a way to choose which building you replace? If there is, I don't know about it. I don't think there is at the moment. I think you just replace. But don't take my word on that because there could be a way that I just haven't noticed yet. What we really need to do is have like a big old game of multiplayer and then we can talk about all this stuff live, you know? Be like, oh, has anyone seen this? No, I haven't seen that. Does that exist? We don't know. That's the sort of conversation we need to have. Something live. If only. If only that could happen. Oh well. What are you going to do? Navigable rivers are awesome. I still don't think there are enough of them on the map. I would love to see the spawn increase a bit. But I think they're awesome. I genuinely do. Really good addition to the game. Really good addition to the game. Great Barrier Reef. Australia. Fingers crossed Civ 7 multiplayer is more stable than 6. I mean, we're going to see a much more multiplayer in the next few days on the dev stream. The signs that I've been seeing are optimistic. I've experienced multiplayer. I was very lucky to be able to play a game with some of the game devs. Potato was there. Some other YouTubers and streamers were there. It was really cool. It seemed pretty stable from what I saw. Unless they were diverting huge amounts of resources behind the scenes to make it work, which I don't think they were. It did seem very stable. So the signs are good. Time will tell on that one. That will be happening on the 3rd of February, right? I couldn't possibly say. I don't know what you're talking about. Let's get that done. Go and put farm here for when the aqueduct's finished. Yeah, the multiplayer stream, Jan. Yeah, I thought that's what it was. That's good. Okay, right now what we can do is we're just assembling a new army here. Man at arms. Get you in a second. And what's this? What's this? Domray. It's a Domray. It wants to eat your city, please. It's a massive elephant. Now it's going to destroy you. Yes, yes. 500 faith per turn. That's not bad for turn 45, is it? I don't think that's bad for turn 45. Maybe it's not so good. I need to keep practicing my yields. Let me know. Do you think that's good? Maybe I need to improve. I need to improve just a bit. Keep going. Okay. Always more yields. It's funny how much Civ 6 is now just automatic. Like, I just don't have to think about it. Like, even down to like the amount I have to control my wrist in order to move the mouse around the screen. It's all just so automatic. That's how much I've done it. It's weird now playing this game again. It's all coming back so quickly. I need at least 1,000 faith per turn. Oh man, I knew I was missing out. I'm so sorry. Oh god, this storm is horrible. What's happening here? Ugh. Industrial zone finished. Get that workshop done. Come on. Chop everything down. I'm bored now. Yes, 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 yes. Fix. Fix the boat. Everything must fix. I thought I had seized Kabul. Have I not? Yes, I have. Kabul's mine. Kabul has always been mine. Just like this run has always been really normal. And not broken in any way. I will, for a little while, take serfdom out and put down oligarchic legacy again. Actually, I don't need it. Let's be honest. But I like it because it's fun. Okay, I've changed my mind very quickly on that one. Oh, you mean levy? Oh, it's all warriors. Trust me, we don't need those. Not where we're going. Not where we're going. Not with the danger elephants. Yes. I learned siege tactics from the Domray. The elephants told me how to siege. They always knew how. Yes. Himiko helps a lot. Himiko will be there next. She's on her way. She'll be reporting soon. Theocracy. In case I need it. I don't think I will, but just in case. Anyone else made a religion? Russia's made a religion. Isn't that unfortunate? Isn't that unfortunate that Russia has a religion? Dear oh dear, could you imagine having a religion in this day and age? Don't sleep in my Diplo Court, it will give envoy points. Yeah, I always forget to build that. I'm so bad. We'll build that in a sec. Force work. All right, this is looking pretty good. I just want one good Domre raid. That's what we're after. Jump on that. Get a farm down there because it's next to the aqueduct. Twins can move over. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll be in range. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. 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 Sorry, Peter. Oh, I'm sorry, Governor. Sorry to do this to you. Except I'm really not. My elephant's angry. It's really, really angry. It wants to shoot you with its huge ballistae. Sorry about that. I can't help the elephant. I can't cage the elephant. It's impossible. Actually, saying that, let's give the elephant religious power. Let's give the elephant the Wars of Religion card. What could go wrong? And Praetorian Guard so that my unit's heal is removed. So the best time in Civ 6 is when you finally get enough resources to mass produce builders and within 15 turns your whole empire is suddenly improved. Yep. Yep. It's so good. Right, that's looking good. Keep getting in great writers because we can. I like the tourism, what can I say? This feels like a tourism game. Okay, I think I may have printed too many builders. I'm just pointing that out now. I might have made too many builders. Looking forward to not having worker micro to do. Yeah, coming back to Civ 6, my goodness, turns take a lot longer. They take a lot longer. The game is so quick in comparison. My lord. That's really funny. I hadn't really considered it until I'm now thinking about it. And yeah. Yeah, it's wild how different it is. The speed. The late game speed. They said it would be a difference. And I'm now starting to believe, now that I've come back to Civ 6. Oh, nope. Nope. Oh, I'm going to have to skip end turn. I've done that thing of stacking units on the tile accidentally. Okay. There's Sun Tzu. Here is Himiko. Battle elephant, say hello. Oh, it even said hello. How cute. It went, Rah! Which, as we all know, is the noise of an elephant. Wow, that did a lot of damage. I did a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. Why have you only got 2 cities, Russia? You started with 5. What is wrong with you? Why? Why do you do this to me? Why? I give you all the advantage I can. What's with this? So because of a lack of worker micro, 100 turns doesn't feel like Civ 600 turns. No, everything is much smoother. At the moment, the things that take longer are the unit animations, which when they turn off will be a lot quicker, obviously. So that'll make a big difference. And the fact that I don't know what I'm doing. Because I don't know what I'm doing, it takes longer. That's the reality of it. Alright, come on. Come on. Move things around. Move things around. And bam. So will you be able to turn off the animations? I believe so. I can't imagine they would let the game go too long without being able to turn off animations. I'd be hugely surprised. Very surprised if that was the case. Maybe I'll be wrong. I could well be wrong on that. But I can't imagine that they won't put fast unit animations in. Especially fun, but it's multiplayer, right? Multiplayer is when you need it. You need to be able to move your units quickly enough. Right. Mr. Elephant says... I love the noise. It's so cute. Alright. You know what? This was fun, just to let my hair down. And as we all know, I, Ursa, need my hair letting down a lot. It's one of my greatest needs in life. Just gonna quickly get some apostles in a few turns, and we'll Inquisition everything away. Sorry, Nano. Go back and unvibe yourself. If you can. Remove the vibe. Don't give in to the vibe. Go and back to work, or whatever it is you're doing. Sleeping. Eating? I don't know. What do they do in Dutchland? Just say scathing things about Germans all day? I don't know. Ah, dear. Bam. Oh, we've got some good yields now. So 7 should have K2 instead of Mount Everest since they're 2K. Oh yeah, that's a good point. I actually agree with that. That would be very clever. Oh no! My pop challenge! 3 pop is dead. Ouch. Where are you? Here. Oof. Ouch. Alright, go and fix all that stuff, please. The wind snakes are doing bad things. Bam. Say goodbye. Goodbye. How's Stockholm doing? 2 cities, 5 cities, 7 cities. Oh, goodness me. Oh, that was fun. Well, I hope I answered a load of questions about Civ anyway. Civ 7 is very exciting. Any other questions you have, just let me know on Discord. Come along to the Ursa Discord, and you'll be able to see a Civ 7 thread or a Civ 7 channel that we all chat about. Just come drop your questions there. I'll be hanging out. I'm not going to stream too late tonight because I am really, really tired, and I've been filming a lot. I've been filming a huge amount, and I need to go back to that. But I've really enjoyed this. Thank you so much again for TK for sponsoring the stream. I really appreciate it. I hope I've done you justice. I hope everybody's good. No, I haven't drawn today. I'm going to go and do that now. So that's my next job. But thank you so much, everyone, for watching. This has been a lovely stream. I hope you've had fun. Remember to pop along to Discord, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye. Oh, look, I have a new thing now.